Well, a very good evening, gentlemen. Welcome to the next episode of the ABFC. We're actually on number 12 now. We're racking up those numbers, and as you can see out there, we've dwindled down to just three of us. Our collaborator and our friend Mitch has gone off to pastures new, and it's just us three. Just the trio, the three musketeers. So it's myself, Fieldsy, and Martin. So let's get straight on with it. Let's talk some ball, lads.
Let's get cool. A lot of games.
There's a lot of games. A lot of games to get through. A few FA Cup things and a few other things to chat about as well. But we're going to start with the Premier League. So let's start off with one of the London derbies. Let's start off with Fulham and Chelsea. So Fulham won 2-1 at Craven Cottage, and Chelsea went down to 10 men.
That sending off? What an idiot! It was a sending off as well. Stonewall sending off. Last man. I mean, what? I bet the Chelsea fans must think you dick.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as he did it, you know, rest going over. See you later, mate.
It's a huge game for them as well, wasn't it?
What?
Huge game for them.
Yeah.
Huge game for them. They're in front of their new boss, you know, and they're flying high in the league. They need the points really to kind of challenge for the Champions League spot. But then Fulham see it as that's their derby.
Yeah, it's not really for Chelsea, is it? But for Fulham, it's.
Fulham, I mean, they've literally they walk to the ground. If Fulham play Chelsea, I mean, if you've ever been down to Stamford Bridge, you get off at Fulham Broadway. Yeah. That's how close it is for the people and the fans and the players to go and everything.
I feel like you could just watching the highlights of the game. I feel like you could see that the way Fulham played and the way Chelsea played. As soon as Cucurella got sent off, I feel like they were pretty poor, Chelsea, for what I saw of it anyway. They didn't really do a lot, and Fulham just wanted it more by the looks of it. But from what I saw of the game and the stats and everything, but
I think this time of year as well. I know we're not quite at the business end, but you know, because Fulham were down there scrapping, they beat us, they beat Chelsea. You take them points off them, they're banging fucking trouble. And I just think it's a different game, isn't it, when you've got a team that's battling? Yeah. Because they know they desperately. I know Chelsea need the points, but Fulham desperately need the points.
Well,
and that can undo teams.
You say that Fulham have got up to 9th now on 31 points and then 2 points off 5th.
Yeah,
it's still, as we've been saying for
when
numerous
was
weeks.
Their last loss to us?
Yeah, they're on like a huge unbeaten run.
We've played them again since we beat them.
No, Fulham are on an awesome run. You can't take it away from them.
And to be fair, that was only like a last-minute Gahey header.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? They are. Marco Silva's a good manager, though. Let's be fair. He's good. I know a couple of people don't rate him, but yeah, I think he's a good manager.
I don't know. But think, is Marco Silva? Does he deserve a better, bigger club? Because he's only like Fulham and Everton.
I think he deserves a chance for a bigger club. Not so much. I'm not saying Fulham are big, but someone. Man United just.
I mean, here's a question for you. Say the eventuality that Glasner gets poached. Would you take Marco Silva as a replacement?
Oh, mate, 100%. I actually really rate him as a manager.
Yeah.
But I think he deserves someone who's sort of challenging for Europe. Which I know Fulham, I mean, everyone's challenging for Europe at the moment, from 15th upwards.
I mean, say for instance that, say Eddie Howe goes from Newcastle and they want to get someone in there.
I don't think they'd look at him.
No? If Eddie Howe goes, they want to get someone a bit more prestigious?
Yeah, and I think with the calibre of the money and finances that Newcastle have had and the success that they have had over previous seasons, I think that they would be looking for a bit more of a marquee manager. I don't know. But I just think that would be, as good a manager as he is, I think it would be risky to give him that opportunity at such a club where the Newcastle are at.
See, I think that's the sort of level he should then go at, and then go on to someone bigger and better if he succeeds.
Yeah,
but because he definitely might not.
No. I think that once Tuchel's done his time, I think Eddie Howe's pretty much a shoe-in, really.
I was just about to say, I feel like Tuchel is only going to be here until this summer.
Yeah, he's here for a good time, not a long time.
He's here to win the World Cup.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, he won't.
No.
I think even he'll leave. I don't think he can get the sack. Here go.
Bollocks. Sod this. No, I totally agree. Anyway, back to the Fulham versus Chelsea. Let's just quickly touch on what that means for Chelsea after that result. And that still puts them on. They slipped down to 8th now. They were 5th.
What, Chelsea?
Yeah, they slipped down to
They've
8th.
won for ages, haven't they?
They're a wonky little club, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. So
Since the
I didn't
takeover.
realise they were that low.
No, exactly. So this whole discord between the manager and the board and everything has really taken its toll on the squad. So they've won for a while. They slipped down to 8th, albeit they're only 2 points off 5th, so it's still tight. They've still got time. Maybe they've got a new manager balance under a senior, but we'll go on to the managerial appointment a little bit later. Just a quick thing on Fulham. Before we move on.
We said they're
be
doing
staying
well,
up,
aren't
won't
they?
No, they'll definitely be staying up. But do you think they've got enough to put a European challenge together?
What are they on? Sorry,
31.
Yeah, so they're on 31 points. They're 2 points off 5th, which we all think is going to be a Champions League place, and it's really tight at the top there, or really tight in the middle, should I say?
I don't think they've got enough in them to. If they've got Conference League, I think that would be around about their level.
Yeah,
I know you quite rate Jimenez, but I'm not that much of a lover of him.
Who, sorry?
That Raul Jimenez up front.
It's only because he always fucking scores against us.
He did one
fucking
scores
game.
against you.
Well, I know they do. I'd score against us. Fucking hell. No, but I think he's scored more goals against us than any other club, and I think that it is we are talking about Fulham, but you bring the West Ham up. I think I said on our group chat about Jimenez when they brought him on. I said he's going to fucking score in a minute.
and he did.
And the commentator even turned around and said he's not scored more goals against any other club than us.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
The minute he came on, I was like, for fuck's sake. It's like Callum Wilson, prick. He always scored against us.
And now he can't score for you.
I know, that's why we're fucking letting him go.
All right, okay, so that's Fulham versus Chelsea. Let's do Brentford and Sunderland. So Brentford beat Sunderland 3-0.
Fuck?
Mate, they're fifth.
Mate,
I had them tipped to go down this year.
Yeah, me too. Everyone did.
sold the players, managerial change.
But so you think that who they got rid of? So they got rid of Frank as the manager. They got rid of Norgard, their captain. They got rid of Mbeumo and Wissa, two of their goal scorers. And they didn't really spend a lot. They didn't really.
They had that Is it Igor Jesus? No, that's not.
What's his name? Thiago. He's been banging them in.
Yeah, but they bought him last summer. Am I right?
Yeah, wasn't he
got
injured for most of last
all
season?
year, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then he's come in and was he second top goal scorer? He must be.
But
he's 16. Haaland's got 20.
But this comes down to, and like with absolute respect to Brentford, it wasn't that long ago that they was League Two, weren't they?
I remember them being Championship.
I remember them being in League Two, like quite a while ago now.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show, if your club is run well, you can be successful.
Yeah.
If you and they are a very well-run club.
And by the way, things are looking at the minute without touching too much on it. Frank's been holding them back.
Wow.
Mate, Keith Andrews, fair play to him.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Fair play to Keith Andrews.
I never saw that coming. And
No.
I think going back into the earlier podcasts, because they were down a bit.
Yeah.
And I think
you said they're going to get themselves in trouble.
Yeah,
they man Bournemouth. Yeah.
I did.
I agree with you. I was 100%. I thought they were going down this year.
Mate, and they've just gone under the radar. They've gone about their business.
Yeah.
Not really paid much attention to them. I looked the other day, 5th in the league. What the fuck?
Mate, when I saw them
Absolutely
do
fair
that
play
to
to
Sunderland, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, Sunderland are no mugs this year.
No, they're not.
Yeah, so that's an excellent result for them. All right, so that's Brentford. Let's quickly touch on Sunderland. All right, it's a loss, but they're still doing well.
Down to 10.
Yeah.
Fieldsy, are you as their bubble burst?
Well, I've been saying it for a while,
You
and the
have,
only
you've been-
reason,
They haven't
and
won
as I said,
since
I'm-
Newcastle.
yeah, and as I said, I know Sunderland supporters and that, and it's got nothing to do with the club. But when a club, I suppose from Sunderland's point of view, when they was in the Championship, I think they was in the Championship for 2 seasons before they got to the playoff final. No one expected them to win that.
Yeah.
So for
well,
them
yeah,
to
because
get,
they were really shit at the end of
wasn't
last
they?
year.
Didn't they finish 6th in the playoffs?
Because they were challenging to be top 2 and then
And dropped.
Yeah, big time. They were
Dropped right
really
off
shit.
And then scraped the place
Yeah.
in the playoffs. Yeah,
And I'm not sure. I'd have to check it out, but I think they might have finished 6th, got promoted in the playoffs. Well, there ain't many teams that finish 6th in the playoffs and do so well.
Yeah.
And I know they recruited well. They spent a bit of money. Xhaka, what a signing he's been for them. But I've just always thought that it was like a carnival atmosphere, intimidating place to go and play football.
Yeah.
We played them first game. I called it straight away we were going to lose. But just in the back of my mind, it's just like, do you have enough?
Are they actually good enough?
Do you know what I mean?
Well, you take their last 5 games, so they lost the last one obviously, but the one before that was 4 draws. So they've drawn 4 in a row.
Yeah, their last win was at Newcastle.
Yeah, so they've literally like just they've been there or thereabouts, and it seems that they're a real home team this year. Like you say, there's a carnival atmosphere, and a way you can get at them, and they're a bit more of a newly promoted side. But at home, then you've got Sunderland next at their place.
Away.
I know.
It's a horrible place.
Do you think those draws might turn into wins though? Is that because the time of year we're playing? As in, there's game after game,
and as we've said before, they've lost a lot of people to AFCON.
I was going to say,
they haven't they? What did they lose, like 6?
Yeah, 6 players they've lost to AFCON. Obviously, as now we're into the last stage of that competition, they're starting to return. So maybe they'll start to pick up some more results. But they've got 30 points already. They're in the mix if they want to be. I think they've got enough points on the board not to get themselves.
They're definitely going to get 10 points, aren't they? Let's be fair.
So I think they'll be all right.
I just wonder whether they're at a point now where there's a lot of games, as you said, lost a lot of players. Are because the players that have played consistently maybe getting a little bit leggy because they've been doing so well to maintain that level.
Yeah, it's hard to maintain that, isn't it?
All right, okay. Let's move on from that game. Let's do Burnley 2, Man United 2 at Turf Moor.
Hilarious.
Fucking hell, man! Everyone around West Ham getting points. Every motherfucker. What the fuck?
Mate, Man United, I've been calling this all fucking year. That is the level Man United are at. They're shit. They're fucking crap, mate.
They are crap, but they're about to get a potential new manager bounce, whomever comes in.
Isn't Fletcher in there at the moment?
Oh, we were chatting about this just before we came on air. It's a little bit up in the air. So
no one really knows, do they?
We'll touch on this when we go through the managerial bit after we've gone through the Premier League games. Yeah. But it seems as if Fletcher has been in the news as being the potential, but also Ollie and Michael Carrick have been in the fray as well. But
who took the game tonight?
I think it was Fletcher. I think Fletcher took the game tonight because someone's got to be in there.
Yeah.
But to be the person who takes over until the end of the season or until they install a permanent manager, it's anyone's guess. Really.
But the thing is, you go on about they might have another manager bounce. Will they? Because they didn't with Amorim.
I was going to say, have they ever had a manager bounce? I think the last probably person you could say about that was Solskjaer and Mourinho, but that was
Solskjaer was, wasn't that?
Yeah,
Solskjaer. They won like 10 games out of 13.
Yeah. So I don't know. I personally think Man United will. They've got some fucking hard games now. Man United really hard games.
Let's actually have a look.
Because this was their time to get up to like 3rd or 4th because they've got such easy games. No offence, but they drew against you, drew against Wolves, drew against Burnley. That's the bottom 3, man.
Yeah,
if you want to sit there and challenge him for top 4, you can't sit there and draw those games.
Yeah.
Simple. No. Draw 1, fine, away from home, and someone gets a dodgy whatever. Don't draw all 3 of them.
No, I know.
And they were shit.
But it was also as shit as they've been. At one point, where are they now?
They're 7th, but they're 1 point or 3 points away from 4th.
So at one point,
one point away from 5th.
At one point, they was in 5th with Amron.
Yeah.
And when you look at that, you think, all right, well, because they've had them in shit under him for a while, and then for him to lose his job, I think when he may have been looked at to be starting to get something going, because he's spoken up against
that weren't result based, was it?
No.
We'll have a chat about it later, but that's the issue. I don't think I can't see Man United doing better than Europa League this year.
No, I'd agree with
that.
And
to be fair, I think Europa League for ending up what were they 16th in the end last year? That's fucking awful. So Europa League, if they get European football, that's a good thing, and you move on from there. Build from that.
Imagine if Man United did get that 5th place or qualify for the Champions League.
Mate, they'd get fucking battered.
Yeah,
they'll be like Paphos playing, wouldn't it? Paphos will give them a fucking good game. You never know, they might go to Bodo and get battered.
Oh, I know.
I was going to say, where would they be if they beat you in the final? Because they would have had Champions League.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Would they have backed him a bit more? I don't, like,
They did back
would he have
him. Fucking hell. They bought
Yeah, I
Mbuemo,
suppose they
Sesko and
did.
Cunha, a whole front three.
Yeah,
and
they
they
did
spent
actually.
a lot.
Yeah,
You know,
they
he
did.
sat there and went, I need some strikers. All right then, have these. Proven with Mbuemo, proven with Cunha, them two. Just them two. And then, I can't really quite grasp the Sesko signing, but for the future, maybe whatever, I kind of think he's just literally exactly the same as a Hoyland. Could be good, you don't know because he's too young, and everyone around him is fucking dog shit anyway.
But as Philsy said a couple of weeks ago that, like my own club, Man United are a bit of a toxic club, and you go,
massively.
You're not going to Man United, who aren't the Man United that we've all known and despised for years. They are a bang average side at the minute, and you're not going there full of ambition.
Especially not if you're youngster. I think if you're a youngster now, I think that's a really, really bad place to progress your career at the moment.
It's literally because of the prestige of the club. That's why they're going, because it's a name, it's a badge.
But it's killing careers.
Absolutely.
Man United will be better off actually just signing proven players. And Mbuemo and Cunha, they're the sort of people that they need to buy and get better. No point signing. What did they spend on Sesko? Something like 70 odd mil?
Yeah, 75 million.
Spend 70 mil.
Well,
if Sesko went to Arsenal, it would be better than Gokares.
100%. But it was like, if you remember at the beginning of the season, everyone wanted a striker and everyone bought strikers, and it was for Man United. That was like, all right, that's all that's left really. So they went big, thinking, oh shit, we've got to go big just to get him in the door.
But I feel like they went big because Arsenal was tallying up whether to go for Gokares or Sesko. In the end, they went for Gokares, who fucks around with his hair more than does play football.
Yeah.
But I think they just sort of shat themselves going, if we miss out on this signing, like one of the strikers, then we're fucked.
Yeah, pretty much. But Man United are 7th and they're 8 point off 5th place at the present moment in time. So as shit as they have been, they're still majestically like in and around and in the mix. I can't believe it. It's like, we'll get on to Liverpool in a minute, but they're 4th. How shit have they been?
Yeah.
Is that just how the league's been? And it's been a wonky old season.
I just think, do you know what? I read something the other day, and I know you're saying it's because they're shit, but I actually think FFP is actually working.
Yeah, it seems that way. Because
I think that's why everyone's doing so good. And everyone said, FFP don't work. Da, da, da. I think it is starting to, and I was listening to it, and I was like, yeah, I think he's right. This guy, I can't remember who it was, and he was like, everyone wanted a financial fair play, so everyone's got a equal chance of it. I know the bigger clubs can spend more because their revenue and everything like that. But actually, listening to, I can't remember who it was, but listening to him, I was like, fucking hell, I think he's right. I think that actually might, and I feel like the only reason you're not in that from 15th to 5th, even 4th, is because you've spent badly or employed badly, whether it's Potter of you, Andrew Forrest, or your bad signings, your investments badly. I feel like that is the only reason you're not where you are in whoever, whether it's Wolves, Burnley, West Ham, Forest, Leeds. I feel like that is not so much Leeds because they came up, so get rid of them, and Burnley maybe, but I feel like it's.
I think I think you are exactly right. FFP is starting to work because maybe it's levelling out the playing field for him, but I think that FFP wasn't designed for that. FFP was designed to keep the legacy clubs where they are. It stops someone coming in and
Stop Newcastle coming in.
Yes, it stops like some Qatari billionaire coming in and buying Burnley and spending hundreds of millions and taking over the top spots.
Chelsea.
It pretty much stops state-run clubs.
Yeah, exactly. At some point, sadly, the Premier League is going to become a billionaire's playground. It pretty much is already.
I was about to say, it's like not far off it.
But it's like everyone, all right, let's all spend hundreds of millions and let's give it a go. It stops all of someone coming in buying Brentford for 200 mil, pumping in 500 million, going, let's go and win a league.
Yeah.
Have they voted against it now, though? Wasn't there a thing coming out about the clubs voting against it?
Was there? I don't know.
Like FFP?
Yeah.
I think it's here to stay.
Changes to it.
I think there'll
Maybe
always be
changes.
amendments and changes to it, but
Well, you have to when Chelsea sell their own women's team and car park to themselves.
and then sell them back again.
Yeah,
You know?
but I love it. I think I've said it before.
Well,
I love those loopholes because it's funny. You're just smart. Simple, right? You got round it.
Exactly. Tom Bowley is there going, how can we get money into this football club? And you think,
Oh, women's
you know what,
team's
fair
worth a
play.
bit of money. Fuck it, get rid of it. Say what? That car park's fucking nice. Get rid of it.
But anyway, let's get back to the fixture. So, like we said, Burnley drew 2-2. We've talked about Man United. What do you reckon to Burnley? You know, it's a good result for them, no?
Oh, it's a huge result for them because all right, it's not 3 points, but it's a point, and it just gives them a little bit of belief, doesn't it? Because if you can do that with United, then all right. I know they're not the greatest team in the Premier League at the moment, but if you can get a point, that was at Old Trafford, wasn't it?
No, it's Turf Moor.
That was at Turf Moor. All
Turf
right,
Moor.
apologies, but even still, if you can get a point against United, you can get a point against anyone.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
them, it's
I
not-
think. Right,
because
I say
they've-
anyone, maybe apart from 2 or 3 others, but.
Yeah.
You know,
No.
so I think that would give them a huge amount of confidence.
I think for their performances they've put in, I think they deserved a result like that.
Yeah,
Maybe even to win it, and not on just their performance then, but the last few weeks they've been playing all right. Like
They've been plucky.
Yeah.
They've been there or thereabouts, but they just haven't got enough quality at top. Just to
I think we've sort of reiterated it every single week.
Yeah, we do.
They're all right, they're just not very good.
No.
Like,
It's not like they're a team that's just faltering or they should be doing better than what they are.
Yeah,
they're just kind of there, and the league table doesn't lie when it comes down.
just
to
a bit
it.
shit, aren't they?
Yeah, I still think they're going down. I don't think they're going to amount a survival challenge.
I think the bottom 2 are the bottom 2.
Yeah, I do. I totally agree with you. What do you think?
I think the bottom 3 is the bottom 3.
Well, I'm not going to lie, and I can't argue that. I think the bottom 3 are the bottom 3. But if anyone's going to get out of the bottom 3, it would only be West Ham. I can't see Burnley or Wolves doing that. I can't see us doing it. Like getting
All
out.
right,
I don't know, let's go on to Wolves, shall we?
Yeah. You know, exactly. So we'll move
Again,
on
another
to
team picking up points around us.
Right, well,
Fuck, man.
6 points away from you.
I don't think they've lost for a while.
Wow.
And they're only on 7 points. Right, so they went to the Hill Dickinson Stadium and they drew 1-1 with Everton, who went down to 9 men at the end of the game. Before we get on to the scorers or whatever, did anyone see the red cards?
No,
Yeah, mate, you want to see Michael Keane's?
Right, so
Oh,
for the benefit of yourself and those of you who didn't watch the game, Michael Keane's got the ball's come over. There's I think it was Mane.
Before you say
Go
though,
on.
tell him what he got sent off for. Because he got sent off for violent conduct.
Right, okay, fine.
Now tell the story.
Okay, so he got sent off for violent conduct. So I think Marnie, I think it is, he's got like one of these dreadlock ponytail things going on. So he's gone up for a header and he's pulled his ponytail to stop him from jumping. Right? Won the header, a referee's blown up, sent him off for violent conduct. Straight red.
Bollocks, mate.
No, not a yellow card, not a VAR appeal, straight red, straight down the tunnel,
I
Michael.
tell you what, it wasn't as bad. Do you remember when Crouchy did it in the World Cup? We were playing right at the last minute. I can't remember who we were playing. Some really shit, and someone was dressed and he pulled an edit. We won in the last minute. It was fucking bollocks. It was, mate. If there's
Do you know what? Yellow card, yeah, all right. That's just cheeky and snidey.
If he doesn't do that, is he winning the header?
yeah, probably.
Is he?
Well, you know, it's going to challenge for it, but it's a bit like, do you know what, poking or shouting someone, leave it!
Yeah.
You know, it's just shithousery. It's just shithousery. You know, it's not violent conduct. It's not a professional foul. It's not a goal scoring opportunity or whatever. It's pathetic.
Even if the geezer won the header,
Yeah.
nothing was happening. It was fucking
I
ridiculous.
I implore you to at some point watch that.
shall,
You know.
yeah.
So then proceeded. The game went on. It was 1-1, and then it got to the end of the game, and Grealish was already on a yellow.
Okay.
And I think he clapped the referee like sarcastically. Got sent off.
Well,
But
don't
the
be a
ref-
dickhead then.
But the ref was quite shit.
Yeah.
For the highlights I watched, I didn't watch the whole game, so if it could have been even worse. But
So, okay, from what you've said to me, Grealish is an idiot then because he's on a booking. Like,
yeah.
You
Just
know what's going to happen.
The Michael Keane one's the one that I think is positive.
So
the Grealish one's just him being a bell.
So if you kind of get the timeline of the game, so Michael Keane got sent off in the 83rd minute.
Okay.
So this, it's still fresh.
Yeah.
And Jack Grealish got sent off like a minute before the end. So it's fresh in everyone's
It's even
mind.
worse though, isn't it? Though, like I'm not being funny. They drew 1-1. All right, so how many late goals are scored, man? Like, do you know what I mean? And Grealish for Everton is huge player. And for him to do that,
it's
I'd
a
be
bit
like,
stupid.
do you know what? Well, you're an idiot.
Especially someone like Grealish, you might understand it a little more from a young guy, but someone who's experienced like that.
And now he's going to be banned.
Yeah, or Michael Keane's going to be a three-match ban.
Yeah, mate.
I did see that they appealed and he was rejected. That's right, isn't it?
Was it?
I believe so.
Oh
Is
my
that right?
God.
No, it's rejected.
Yeah.
I think that's pathetic.
Oh, it's a joke, man.
Absolutely like a joke. I feel for Everton fans. Not that I know that many, but I feel for them because that's a joke. They could have won the game. They had to finish up with 9 men. And I suppose a point at the end of the day is good for him. But Mane, the guy, he's scored the goal for Wolves.
Mate, he looks fucking good.
He was epic against us when they battered. They battered us.
He run you round.
He was class. 18, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to get signed.
Yeah, 100%.
Someone's going to take a punt on him.
And if they do miraculously, I don't think they will. Don't get me wrong. But if they do, it will be because of him.
Him,
and he looks well exciting. Yeah. He's the sort of player that Palace could do with, actually.
He's got a little bit of Alan Maximum in him.
Yeah. Just a little bit of a
bit headless chicken-esque, but he's putting the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Like who Adam Traore wanted to be.
Yeah. And where'd they get him from?
I don't know.
Because he just seems like he's miraculously turned up for Wolves. They've gone, Strand Larsen, we're getting rid of you. In the season, we might as well go for the Championship. Fair play to Rob Edwards. You'll do, mate. On you go.
Yeah.
I mean,
fucking hell, he's good.
Because it couldn't have been a big transfer because a name like that doesn't go unnoticed within we've got a surname of Mane.
Yeah.
No, he'd be like, oh, is it Sadio? Yeah.
No, it's one of the other 50,000.
But all right, what does that leave? Well, Wolves are right down there at the bottom. What does that mean for Everton, who have gone
29, a point above us?
29 points. No, they've lost, drawn, won, lost, drawn.
I think that's just what they're going to be to the end of the season.
We've all said pretty much all year that Everton are going to be like 10th, 12th kind of
mid-table-ish.
Mid-table club. Do you agree with that, Philzy?
Yeah, I do. I do indeed.
No, if they are going to push, it's because Grealish just goes on some really hot form.
Yeah.
And they are missing...
They need I can't never say his name.
Dewsbury
Hall. When they get him back as well, I think he's quite integral to what they do in the midfield.
As well as that and Dye's.
Exactly.
As well. So when they get them back, they may push for a 9th or something, but I can't see them getting Europe.
No,
in any way, shape or form.
I can't.
No. All right. No. Okay. That's because we all think Wolves are down anyway, so there's no point chatting about that. Let's go on to the Wolves. Right. Let's go on to the next game. Oh, what an absolute ding dong at St James's Park.
Oh,
Newcastle 4 and Leeds United 3. What a game!
The latest goal in Premier League history, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it 115 or
112? I think, wasn't it?
Let's have a look here. Yeah, 90 plus 12 minutes. What the fuck was going on there? I admit to everyone, I haven't watched the highlight, and I should do a game like that.
Mate, it's about good.
One absolute belter of a game. Calvert-Lewin pops in another one. He's pushed for an England place.
Mate, noise when Harvey Barnes scored that goal.
I
only watched the highlights, but fucking hell.
I mean, that's proper late night limbs, isn't it? You've scored a 91st minute penalty and then 102nd minute winner.
The most scammiest win ever. So Newcastle.
I'm so happy about it though.
Yeah,
fucking. Obviously that drag Leeds down in further into the fight.
I think there was was they unbeaten in 7?
If they won that, they would have been on 25.
Yeah,
Leeds.
They've been slowly picking up points. They've drawn the last 3 prior to that game, but
if they won that, they would have been 11 points away from you.
Yeah, so you need everybody to start slumping, especially Leeds and Forest. So
they can slump all they want. It don't matter. We don't fucking win.
You've got to start picking up points.
Let's have it fucking right.
Fucking stick of the slump. Right. Okay. Well, before we chat about Leeds' position, that puts Newcastle up to 6th point.
Yeah.
They were literally just before Christmas. We were saying, are they going to get out of the relegation scrap?
They were like 13th from where
they were in shocking form. But now, literally, they are a point behind Brentford on 5th.
Yeah.
And 3 points behind 4th.
Yeah.
I don't know who they could pull out of 4th if they hit a run of form. Newcastle. Who would they pull out of any of the teams in the top 4? Obviously, Arsenal, Man City are going to be there. You're looking at Villa and Liverpool.
I think Liverpool are there for the taking. Brentford, I think, will fall away.
Yeah,
so Chelsea will go back up there, though.
I think Chelsea, seeing you might start getting a tune out of them. But if Newcastle want it, I think they've got the players to do it. I don't think they've signed anybody yet in the January transfer window, but we'll get on to that in a second. But I think Newcastle could if they wanted to. They're not even playing Voltemada. They're playing this.
Yeah, that's weird, is it not?
I thought he sort of was doing a real good job, like one of them awkward, gangly players.
I was looking at going like, where'd you get him from?
Yeah.
He's well good. He's going to be like a well beater.
Yeah.
And now Whistler's back.
Yeah, maybe.
And I don't think it's not like Whistler's playing that well. Well, I'm not sitting there watching 90 minutes of Newcastle and like I hold my hands up, but. You know, maybe Voltemada's just a highlight reel guy, because I watch the highlights and go, fucking hell, he's got some good touches, he looks good, he knows what a goal is.
I think Voltemada, obviously, because he's high and he's good in the air, he's more of a target man. I don't think Eddie Howe plays target man football. Yeah. I think he likes to have pacey frontmen, wingers, play on the quick on the counter, press hard from the front, and I don't think Voltemada's that style of player. Voltemada was just like the best of whatever the pick was left of all the strikers, because everyone
they went for pretty much every striker and didn't get any of them.
I mean, they went for Atike, didn't get him. Went for Gokarev, didn't get him. Went for that, didn't get him. And it was like, shit, we better sign someone.
Sesko didn't get him.
Where'd they sign him from?
Someone in Germany, wasn't it?
Wasn't Munich looking at him? And they refused to pay the money.
Yeah.
And then they sort of took the piss out of Newcastle a bit, because Newcastle did.
Yeah,
they did come out.
It was an underwhelming signing.
Stuttgart.
Right, okay.
Definitely.
But I rate him. I think he's
he
all
looks,
right.
Yeah, I do. He looks really good.
Yeah.
He's definitely an option that you'd like. Maybe you'd want someone else to be your main striker, but
I don't know. I would have him as my main striker. I think he's a bit Matera-ish, probably with a better touch.
No, I'll agree with that. No, I like him. I'd rate him if all of a sudden he appeared in my team's colours. I'd take him, but fuck me, I'll take him out in a minute.
You would take better.
Whoa! I've already got a shit Brazilian, mate. I don't need any more.
Get another shit. Right.
Okay, so let's just quickly chat about Leeds after that result. That leaves them on 16.
I'll tell you what I've got to say about Leeds.
Go
on. I know they're still down there, and technically they could still be in bother, but I'm not being fucking funny, man. The form that they've showed, and the fight and the togetherness, and just they're not the best team, obviously newly promoted, but the one thing that they do have is fight.
Yeah,
they fucking fight, don't they? Yeah. Fair play to them, fair play to them.
But I think one thing that could work in your favour is that fight bubble could burst very easy. If they lose a couple on the bounce and they get spanked by someone, which
they lose like someone, if they lose the game like against you or Forest or something, that's the sort of thing that will
got to
burst
look over
the
their
bubble.
shoulder.
At the minute, unfortunately, because you're not picking up any points, they don't have to look over their shoulder, so they can look up. If you were to get a couple of wins in, and then all right, they're 5 points behind, I reckon their arsehole will start.
Yeah, I think so. And I don't think Daniel Farke's the sort of manager who's got a good enough. I don't think he's big enough and bold enough as a manager to sort them out. No, can you imagine him in the dressing room?
Go on, lads.
Come on, he's like the campest German I've ever heard.
Tell you what, though, you take what's his face out? Fucking hell, Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah.
You take him out of the team, they're in the bottom three.
Yeah,
they're in the bottom three.
Mate, but we've been rinsing Calvert-Lewin all fucking year, and now I'm saying he's integral.
I've got blokes at work saying he should be in the England squad.
Oh, fuck
off. That's exactly what I said. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
I like that. That's quick. Yeah. That was quick. With his handbags and fucking eyeliner.
But all right. That's Newcastle and Leeds. Let's move elsewhere. Let's go Arsenal versus Liverpool. which
probably.
was 0-0.
I don't think we need to spend that long on this. That was such a shit game.
That was such a shit game. I mean, I'm glad that Arsenal dropped points.
Yeah, so I think
of course.
Yeah.
I think for Liverpool, that's quite a decent result because I think everyone ripped them off, especially at the Emirates where Arsenal was strong.
And also, Liverpool lost Isak, Ekitike.
Yeah, they're having to play.
No Salah.
Yeah, they have to play Gakpo up front, who's not probably their first choice striker by any stretch of the imagination.
All that money they've spent on strikers.
Yeah,
they don't have a fucking striker.
But I think the talking point of the game definitely is the Martinelli and Colin Brad. What do you think about that incident? Before I'll give you mine.
So I think Slot spoke about it perfectly. To be fair, I think there's so much time wasted in the game nowadays. Mm-hmm. I don't think Martinelli knows how hurt he is. No. I think he thinks he's time wasting. Yeah. And when you're Arsenal and you're going for this title and you know you can get a goal right at the end, time wasting and roll, because Conor Bradley did do it. He did roll back onto the pitch. Right, okay. But that's what a professional does.
Yeah.
I'm hurt, but I still get on the pitch so I can't be lobbed off.
Yeah.
But I don't think Martinelli knew the extent of what he was doing. I think he thought he was time wasting. The other thing is, I'm gobsmacked he didn't get sent off. Yeah. I'm not saying it was a red card offence, but there's 2 yellows. He's lobbed the ball at him, and then he's tried to push him off. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, as it transpires, Conor Bradley's injury is very serious. He's out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, he's not to know that in the moment or whatever. Did you see the injury?
Yeah, no, I did, and I've seen various different pundits talking about it, and they've all said Martinelli's not going to know the extent of his injury.
Mm-hmm. Except from Neville, though, he was a fucking penis about it.
I didn't hear.
It wouldn't be the first or last time there was a penis about
mate. But go on, carry on.
I'll touch base with who said it. I'm not going to say who it was because you will find it quite funny. But the thing is, I get it with the time wasting, and I get that Martinelli doesn't know the extent of his injury, but you can't be doing it.
No, I agree.
You can't be doing it, right?
No.
I wouldn't say it's a sending off offence, but maybe you give him a booking and you tell him to fuck off, and or teammates get him out of the way because
teammates didn't come over.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, there was a bit of argy-bargy,
but not what there should have been.
Yeah, I mean, so here's my take on it, and I'm trying to be as objective as I can and take the Spurs hat off again, but I think it was a red. I absolutely thought it was a red, so I've watched it from multiple different angles.
Because it was more than once he done it, wasn't it?
Yeah, see, that's my thing. I'm not
so then, okay, yeah, I can sort of get
2
that.
yellows,
once.
maybe.
Yeah.
So here's the way I saw it. So Bradley's gone for the ball. He's kicked the ball out. He's jarred his leg, and he's gone down right on the line. And what's his face? Martinelli has put the ball at him, and while he's doing that, he's looking at him. Bradley's smacking his hand on the ground, and you know something shit's gone wrong here. You don't. That's not time wasting, that's not play acting, that's fucking shit, something's gone wrong, I'm fucked.
Especially as he's British as well. I think if it was someone from whatever...
it's not like heavy little play acting. No. And so what Bradley's done, kind of instinctively, is just chivied himself onto the pitch a little bit because he knows that his team are going to get down to 10 men and it's right at the end of the game and it's serious money and serious.
Game's got to stop.
Game's got to stop.
And that's just good professional.
Yes, it's good professionalism.
Your manager, if you didn't do that, would go fucking mad at you. Yeah. Why didn't you do that?
Yeah, and I think any other team, apart from those 2 teams that play, I think Liverpool would have may have got away with it as well. But for any other team, I think in the Premier League, it's a red card. I think anybody would have got a red card if it was a West Ham player. They were doing that, pushing the player, I think it's a red card. Yeah. If it's a Palace player, it's a red card. If it's Spurs player, I think it's a red card. I think it's a red. I think it's 2 yellows.
I think 2. I have to agree with it. 2 yellows,
and especially over the course of the week, Romero's been given a posthumous red card or a 1-match ban for not getting off the pitch quick enough. Right. So if they're handing out posthumous action, I think something should happen to them. So Arsenal fans are going, "Oh, don't be a wetty, don't be a melt." You know, it's there. And you're like,
poor old fucking Bradley. Like, okay, I know he didn't because. I know he didn't attempt to drag him off the pitch, but it's just a fucking lack of class and respect, isn't it? I think I get the whole time wasting thing, and he wasn't to know. But like I said, I think that when he's done it the first time, the captain needs to be making a run over there and just basically saying to him, "Get the fuck away." and then to do it a second time, it's two yellows and
Yeah.
a red. I wouldn't say it's a straight red, but it's 2 yellows and a red.
No, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with it, and he's got away with it. I think it's there's a lot of argy-bargy, and then sometimes the ref will go, "Oh, the 2 players are involved. There's a yellow for you and a yellow for you," on you get with the game.
Yeah.
No, I don't think the punishment was severe enough, but there we go.
Yes.
But anyway, back to the actual game
No,
itself.
before we move on
Go
from that, sorry, I'm just going to say the pundit that I was listening to and I was sort of agreeing with when he was saying about he didn't know about his injury and this, that and the other, but he shouldn't have done it. But Roy fucking Keane, mate. After he slaps Alfinger Haaland's leg and just towers over him and giving him shit. I was like,
He knows exactly what
that's
he's done.
fucking pot and kettle. Fuck me, mate. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, Roy Keane,
God, I remember that like it was
you
yesterday.
horrible cunt.
Yeah, mate. That's still not really done that. I
Oh.
still will watch back and just think, oh my god.
He waited
mate.
nearly 2 years to do that fucker
Yeah,
as well,
he did.
didn't he?
He did.
Wow.
All
He
right,
should have been arrested.
Let's just go.
Yeah.
Let's go to the league table and see what that particular result does for both teams. To start off with Liverpool, that puts them on 35 points, 2 points above 5th and 3 points above 6th. I don't think they're nailed on for a
How
Champions
far
League
away are
place.
they from Villa?
They are. It's 8 points from Villa, so I can't see Liverpool really gaining too much traction on them. I think Villa are too good to drop that amount of points. I don't think Liverpool are consistent enough to claw that gap back. So I think Liverpool are probably they think they will get Champions League place, but it's not going to be nailed on.
Yeah. I think they will. I think they're good enough. But
I think the only thing with Villa, and like massive respect to Villa, they went on this ridiculous run.
Yeah.
You know, ridiculous run. Can they sustain it? Can they keep doing it?
Can I say, from evidence that I watched yesterday in the FA Cup tie, which we'll touch on in depth in a little while, they did look really good.
Yeah.
The first time they did look really good, and their players just seem to know what they're doing. They know how to hurt teams. They know how to get around them. And then Emery's, we've said he's a fantastic manager. We'll touch on Villa a bit more when we go through the Palace and Villa game. But let's just quickly touch on Liverpool, Fieldsy. What do you think is going to be the rest of their season, judging by what you've seen so far?
Well, I mean, I think they're a really hard one to call, and the reason I think okay, brilliant last year. Spent a lot of money on strikers, if we say now don't have. Still in 4th. So, from a personal point of view, I hope they drop out. Well, I do. I just don't like Liverpool. Sorry.
No, you're right.
But I think they're going to be there. I do. I think it's going to be really difficult for anyone to unsettle the top 4 as it currently is. Whether it's 1 down to 4, like as they currently sit, I think it might mix up a little bit. But I don't know. I think Newcastle might have a shout, but I think Liverpool will still finish in the top 4, and I think they'll finish 3rd or 4th. I think it's probably. I want City to overtake Arsenal, but other than that, I think that the top 4 is the top 4.
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, that's Liverpool. Let's see what that means for Arsenal. So it's pretty much as you were, because everybody drew in the top 3. No one gained or dropped points to anybody. It was just a bit of a drab weekend at the top there, really.
Yeah.
So Arsenal still 6 points above everybody. They had a massive chance after City dropped points and Villa dropped points to put it. And that's kind of, and I know they're saying it's a little wobble for Arsenal. I mean,
Is it though? It's Liverpool.
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's Liverpool. I mean, Man City dropped points against Brighton, which we'll go onto next. But they're playing the champions. You already beat them.
I think it's a good result for
I mean,
Arsenal.
it's
Yeah,
a
of
good
course it
result,
is.
but they will see it definitely as 2 huge points dropped, especially when everybody else dropped
I think
points. around.
Arsenal.
I
I think
think
Arsenal fans will.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think.
agree.
I don't think Arsenal will. I don't think the players will.
No.
I think they'll sit there and go,
Yeah.
annoying we didn't win.
Yeah. If that's a 0-0 at Fulham or Sunderland or Everton,
or even
then it's 2
dropping
points dropped.
Yeah.
But
to Brighton, like we are going to say a minute ago. But it wasn't Brighton, was it? It was.
No.
It was Liverpool, and they are good, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my friend who's a Liverpool fan said he watched the game and he said that's probably one of their best defensive performances of the season.
To be honest, they ain't got a lot of performances defensively.
Yeah, I
to
mean,
talk about the season.
Exactly, and that was kind of the point that you made. Is it's one of the best that we've played, and going to the Emirates is pretty tough for most people. I mean, it's not the hardest stadium in the world to go to, but it's one of
It's not Bodo.
It is not Bodo,
but
it is
it's a hard stadium.
It is definitely.
No.
Right, that's Arsenal. Let's go on.
They came to us. Yeah, mate.
Right, let's move on then to Man City versus Brighton, and they drew 1-1 at the Etihad.
That is points dropped for City.
100%.
But they now, after that, Diaz is out and Gvardiol's out. That is where, after them two out, and I don't know how long out for. I think Gvardio might be out for a bit.
Yeah.
They're gonna, because I don't think Kusanov's good enough.
Kusanov's
The window's still open.
What?
The window is still open.
Window-
Do you know what? I think it's going to be them that buys Gahey.
Think?
Yeah, after that, and they're the sort of club will go, we're fucked, buy him. And they will, because their owners are awesome.
Yeah.
I like Man City owners. If Pep needs something, they go and buy it.
Yeah.
You know, last year, they needed someone else up top. Can't just rely on Haaland all the time if he gets injured or something. Oi, Marmouche, you're I think at the time, what was he? The top 3 goal scorers in in Europe at the time. Go and get him.
Yeah.
So they did.
Yeah, they did.
Like, and Man City, if they don't buy a defender, I can't see them catching Arsenal. Purely on the fact, nothing going forward, they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
They're
they've
really-
literally just bought Semenyo to
Yeah.
bolster their left wing's already got Doku.
But it sounds ridiculous, but
They're a bit suspect.
Their squad defensively
Yeah.
isn't as good as, it's not like Arsenal who can bring in that Nkapie and Mosquera, and you're going, those guys are sensible players.
It feels like if it's not Diaz, Stones is struggling for fitness, left, right, and centre. Kusanov, as you said, he isn't quite.
He's too young. I feel like he might be good.
Yeah, no, I think he's struggling for the pace of the Premier League.
Yeah.
Nathan Ake's getting on.
Yeah,
So
I like Nathan Ake, but maybe a couple of years ago I liked Nathan Ake.
I think he's kind of just lost a yard of pace, just getting slightly a bit too old for it now. But you are right. No, Man City's defence is the thing which is going to stop them if they are.
Well, I saw that. The only reason I know this is because we was after him, but I saw they're looking at young Charlie Creswell at Toulouse.
Really?
Yeah.
I
don't think he's probably good enough to step into Man City. For us, it would have been amazing. But yeah, apparently Man City have been looking at him, and it's going to be around about 20-25 million to get him away.
See, I think they're going to be the ones that buy Gahey.
Yeah,
I could be
Liverpool
wrong,
need centre backs, but
but Liverpool don't want to buy centre backs. They'd rather spend like £500 million on like strikers or attacking things, and that's the one thing they didn't need. They needed that in the summer. Man City do need now, because they are 2 massive players. That would be like the equivalent. This is what really annoys me about Liverpool fans as well. That would be the equivalent of Van Dijk being out and last year, say, Konate being out, or like Robertson or Trent or someone. 2 massive parts of their defence isn't there, and Stones can't get fit for shit. That is so big for their defence, and the way I look at it, they aren't going to catch Arsenal because I think they're going to concede too many goals, which is a shame because they've got the best keeper in the world, or one of, shall I say. But it doesn't matter if you're the best keeper in the world or not. If the Premier League's a Premier League, if you keep giving people chances, they will score. It's as simple as that. You could have like eight people in goal, and if in the Premier League, if you give a striker a chance, they're going to score. It doesn't matter. Simple as that.
I mean, take for instance that Man City's form is they've drawn the last 3 games. That's 6 points dropped, and that's the 6 points gap which they're behind Arsenal with. So it's been in their hands, and they're where they are because of their own shortcomings, really. But yeah, if you're saying that all of their centre backs are out, expect a big bid from someone.
They do get good though, don't they? In the end,
we always say that Man City are they're tail of the end of the season team. And
I don't
Just
know,
like we
man.
say how Arsenal have a wobble.
Yeah, I just think if they don't buy anyone to replace the loss of Diaz and Gvardio, and no Stones properly ever. I think that's a tough ask. Tough ask. If you're starting centre backs at Ake, who I think's good, but I don't know. I think
he's not the person that you want there to spearhead.
He's not like he was 2 years ago. But
No.
And Kusanov, give him another year, maybe that guy could be okay. But he's young. Like you said, I don't think he's quite up to speed with what he's got to do. I don't know.
All right, okay, that's Man City. Let's move on to Brighton. And they've gone up to 29 points. It's still 11th, but what's their form? Drawn, lost, drawn, won, drawn. So it's a bit patchy on the Brighton side of things.
I think that's kind of
who
they are. Yeah,
I think
the fans aren't happy with the manager, are they?
I'm not surprised. I've never really been that taken by Hursley, to be fair.
Do you know what? He's kind of like Brighton. He's like hot and cold.
He's just kind of the perfect manager for Brighton. I think they struck gold with De Zerbi.
Yeah, but he's class.
Yeah, but he's class, and they kind of Brighton came up to kind of like the 5th, 6th parameter. But now I think Brighton are pretty much where I think they should be.
Yeah, I think so.
I know you've got a bit more of a biased opinion when it comes to Brighton.
Don't get me wrong. I'd love to see him in relegation zone, but if I take my Palace hat off, then they're good. Brighton, they can cause an upset to anyone. Left, right, and centre. They're just a good team and a club. To be fair, painful to say.
Yeah, fair enough. What do you reckon to Brighton? You think they're gonna?
I think they're another really hard one to call. They're a team that could probably have a little bit of a run and push for a 7th place. I think they're only a few defeats away with other teams are going to drop down into your 15th, 16th, and be battling down there. They'll be safe. I think they're about where they are, and I think that's where they'll finish.
Yeah, all right, okay. Let's move on to the last 3 Premier League fixtures are our teams. So we'll start with yours because there's a bit of a goalless drab affair.
Mate, it was fucking awful. We just, do you know what? I take it because it was Villa.
Yeah.
Like, fair play. I quite like the result.
That's a great point.
Yeah. I'll 100% take it. It was a boring game, though.
Yeah.
But it's a good point. We usually have Villa's number 2 fair, and I think he kind of did again. He was just all right.
All right.
It was all right. And to me, that's a really good point. We haven't won for, what was that, 4 games in a row. We lost.
Yeah, you've lost, drawn, lost prior to that.
Oh, we drew to Fulham, didn't we? We don't get me wrong, we need to win a game, but I don't. Mate, our players are fucked. We're just
European
fucked,
football and
mate.
everything going on.
Our team is fucked. They're just tired.
But now we get into the stage where you're not playing every 3 days. I think Senegal have gone through, so Sarr's still at AFCON.
Yeah.
But you're going to get him back.
But then we have got Brendan Johnson. Actually, that was his debut, the Villa game. Looked quite lively. He's the sort of, I actually thought it was a really good signing for us. 35 mil?
35 mil, yeah.
I thought that was decent signing, decent price.
Yeah,
a lot of money for you, don't it? Is it
record signing?
Record signing.
Yeah.
Before that, it was Benteke.
Yeah, Eclipse Benteke.
How much did we spend on Pino though?
Oh, I don't know. 20 something. No.
Yeah, not as much as it. But yeah, I think it's a good signing, sensible signing. We've got problems at the back though, and not because we're shit at the back. Well, actually, every fucking set piece, but whatever. Lerma at the back, but Richards came back.
Yeah, Richards played against Maxwell.
Yeah, we won't talk about that game until later because fuck me.
So what happens if Gay goes then?
You have to buy someone.
Camvo, I actually really like him.
Well, you'd have to buy somebody to replace the number. And just, you're not going to ever replace Gay with the standard and quality that he is, but you do need to get someone in to fill that spot.
What we do, we buy someone that we go, yeah, but he's experienced, and it'd be someone like fucking Max Kilman or something, or Totti Gomez.
Please buy him. Oh, you can have him for free, mate. Seriously.
I'm sure that's what we're going to do, because I do understand you can't play JD Camvo. Well, you can do, and I think that's what will happen all the time, and I think he will be a great midfielder. French who goes with Lucar as well, and Richards I think is really good. Problem is, When they're gone, we then result to playing Jefferson Lerma at the back. And I'm not saying he's a bad player, Jefferson Lerma. I quite like the guy.
But he's not centre back.
He's a midfielder. He's a defensive midfielder, or like a 6 sort of thing, and whatever. Do you know? I feel like. I don't know. I just feel like we're really struggling. But we knew this at the start of thing. We haven't got a squad, and we're going to struggle, and we have. But as a Palace fan, I'm sitting there going, well, we ain't going down. We started really well. Our players got tired, and I think they're still tired. Do you know? I just kind of want them to have just a fucking couple of weeks off.
No, but I think that now we're getting to the point where we're playing once a week rather than twice a week now. So you've got a chance just to get some stamina back into the legs now. But that puts you 13th place, 1-7, drawn 7, lost 7.
Yeah.
I think that scorecard.
I think that sort of shows. Started really well. Started getting tired.
At one point, weren't you?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just got found out by the bloated fixture schedule.
Yeah. And I kind of thought it was coming. I'm not shocked about where we are
in there as well.
Yeah,
that it was a lot of games.
It's too many for our squad because we don't have a squad.
But then as we keep saying, you're literally 5 points off a Champions League place.
And
if once everyone comes back and you start picking up a few results, you do 2 wins in a row, and you never know where you could be.
We need a win though.
Yeah, you desperately
for the players and the manager.
Because you're away at Sunderland next, which is,
I think where you are.
But that's the sort of game we've been playing fucking crap, and we're going smashing 3-0 or something. It's like, how have we scored
Brendan
3
Johnson
goals?
hat trick.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing we're going to do.
It's gone, Brendan.
Yeah. So, but I won't lie. I feel like we're gonna kind of be in that, maybe a little bit higher, maybe like your 10th, 9th, something.
I was going to say up or down 2 places.
Yeah, I feel like I don't think we'll get Europe. Whether it's constantly whatever, purely on the fact that we cannot handle those sort of games.
All right, okay. Let's quickly touch on Villa before we move on. As you were, like we said, at the top of the table, everyone drew.
They're just class, aren't they? Tielemans is fucking. Can I just say, Tielemans is fucking awesome.
He is. No, if someone bigger went in for him, I don't think they will. I think how old is he now? I mean, he's been around a while.
He's got to be pushing up.
He's got to be pushing 30 now, so maybe he's a bit. But he's a good player for a better side. It's like one of their backup.
When you say a better side, they're sitting third, and I don't think they're going to be any different than third. I think that's where they're going to end up. So realistically, when you say a better side, who are you looking at?
Yeah,
because he's never getting in Arsenal's first 11, and he's never getting in Man City's first 11.
I think he's a Villa as
well. We're probably right.
So he's probably, if let's just say Villa is third at the end of the season, he's probably kind of where he should be.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me though if someone like a Liverpool bought him, because they could do with some midfield strength.
But he'd be good in Liverpool. Actually.
Yeah, he'd be good.
Actually, that'd be a fucking banger signing. How much would he cost though?
For his age, you're probably talking about what 30, 35, and that would be a probably good sign to get 2 or 3 good years out of him.
Yeah, maybe.
No, but yeah, I think Tielemans Rodgers is fucking mustard.
Rodgers is unbelievable.
He's incredible.
He's
fucking class.
He
really is.
Do you know what? Even some I like watching Daniel Marlin. I can't ever say I've ever said that before. They just seem to they've gelled. The first half against us yesterday, it was like these guys are on fire. They just know what they're doing.
They can play Daniel Marlin, and if they're not quite getting the ball to him, it's not quite working. They then go and put Watkins on. Who did Watkins come on for? He scored 2 goals and they won the game. Took Marlon off, and it was during the Christmas period. And you're like, shit. These guys can just go. Oh, we're not quite cutting it. You ain't getting a touch. You need Watkins. You go on and score, or Watkins starts. Not quite working. Or we're locked on Marlon, and you're just like, fucking hell. These lads have like plan B, plan B, plan C. But that is Emery though. He's just
he's unbelievable.
Emery's class. And right before the beginning of the season, Sky Sports did a big thing. I think Villa are going to struggle this year. They've got financial difficulties. They haven't been able to spend. We fear for Villa. They could be right down there. And look where they are. And that is just purely down to
They did have a horrendous start though.
A horrendous start.
Didn't score for like 3-4 games.
They didn't score for the first 4 games, and they drew 1-1 with Sunderland.
Yeah.
So they couldn't pick up points. They couldn't score a goal to save their lives, and then it's just been on what they went like unbeaten. Didn't even drop any points for like 11 games.
I was
going to say and on the back of that, they've only lost 4.
Yeah.
Drew 4, lost 4, and the rest of
I mean, probably the reason why they haven't really pushed right up the table is compared to City and Arsenal, they're like 7, 12 goals behind the top boys, but still, they've got an 8-point gap on Liverpool at third. I reckon they're nailed on for a Champions League spot.
They're good enough to hold Liverpool off as well.
Yeah.
I would say not if it was someone else other than Liverpool and other than Villa and Emery, but they're good. Be interesting if they try and get anyone, but I don't know who they need.
They probably feel like they need someone, but whether they've got any money to spend.
That's what I mean. For what they can spend, I don't think there's any. You might as well save that money so you can spend more in the summer. Does that make sense? And on a bigger player, maybe.
We'll see. But if you think right now, if you're the players, manager, and fans of Villa, you'd be going, no, we need to get people in now because if Liverpool decide to go on a really hot streak or other teams catch them up, they Champions League, they need to get that qualification. So rather than plan for next year, we need to cement this year.
Can I just say, this is going to be so funny.
What?
There's 2 players that every time they come on, they actually look all right for Villa.
Who?
One of them's Lindelof.
He does, doesn't he?
And the last couple of games, when Sancho's come on, he's actually looked all right.
He's looked all right.
He's not
been a world beater. Don't get me wrong.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not sitting there saying they should start him. But I will sit there and go, he ain't looked that bad when he's come on. He's not fucking about. He's not doing
well, who knew, Martin? If you leave Man United and play well...
I was going to say as well, let's not forget, I know United paid 100 million for him. They did.
Jadon Sancho?
Oh, it was 80 or 70 or 80.
Anyway,
it was a stupid amount.
Good money.
It was a ridiculous
amount. It was stupid money, yeah.
But at that particular time, he was doing bits for Dortmund, wasn't he?
Yeah, and also he was starting
player.
in front of Saka for England at times as well.
He's a good player. So, it's great sign.
He is a cock, but...
Yeah, he comes across
we think, why did City let him go, for a start? Yeah,
Bundesliga
probably his level. Yeah, pretty much brat.
Yeah, brat.
Yeah.
Absolute petulant.
Yeah, petulant brat. That just smacks of Jadon Sancho. Yeah. Who was it who said freedom? Was that him?
That was him. That was when Rashford had a shirt on when he went on holiday or something. It was it a Barca shirt or something like that?
I remember that.
And he decided to message them to go and freedom. You just think, oh, shut up, you fucking idiot.
You get a lot of them knobheads though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just be more professional.
Yeah.
Sort yourself out.
I don't want to go off topic. It's like when fucking Joshua walks around with... who had the chain with a padlock on it?
Chain with a padlock on it? On the boxer?
I'm sure it was Anthony Joshua.
I think he had that on versus Jake Paul, but guys had a bit of a tough time.
Do that. But... Yeah. Fucking real tough time, isn't you? I don't...
Well, to be fair, he did have a car crash and a couple of his mates died.
Yeah, I'm talking... No, this is before that. Right. It was long before that.
He's still unsympathetic bastard, you, mate.
No. So let's just for listeners, right? I'm talking before that, right? And he may have had a car crash, but he's still a fucking dick.
Yeah, true. Right. To sit there and say you can't go into wine shop then.
Right. So let's move on to my shower shit club. We lost 3-2 to Bournemouth.
Oh, mate.
Right. Let's just touch on the game first of all.
I know exactly what you're going to talk about after.
Right. So yeah, I thought the game itself, we showed flashes of slight and marginal improvement, but it takes us to be losing, and there's not a lot of time left before we start playing. It's like, all of a sudden it's panic mode and shit, we might lose this game, we better start playing football. Anything up to at that point, it's very cagey, it's all very defensive, and let's see if we can nick one on the break in the first half, and then just we end up losing. End up going 1-0 down and 2-0 down, what it was yesterday in the FA Cup tie. But there was flashes of slight improvement. But first of all, what a fucking goal by Polina.
Yeah, what a goal!
An overhead kick, and I thought, that's at least got us a point. And we might even go and snatch an unlikely win.
Well.
We thought, But it was just written in the fucking stars, that Antoine Semenyo would score. And
you didn't even close him down.
No,
you let him do it.
They just let him do it. It was like the stars aligned, the sea parted, and it was like, go on, Antoine, have a good send off for your team,
for your club,
before
man.
you fuck off the city. And it was like, oh mate, when you know it's going to happen. It was a bit like, do you know when the famous Lanzini goal happened?
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, you knew it was coming. You knew it.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be quite that spectacular, but you knew it was coming. And the same with Semenyo. It was like, we're going to lose this. Pop, goal, straight into the... Oh, for fuck's
I'm surprised they even played
right.
Semenyo.
But then I think they're kind of like, you play for us, you're going to play for us until you leave, we're going to get rid of you. Have a send-off, mate. And to be fair, there's only one club that I think will give him the biggest send-off ever, and it would be Spurs.
Oh, exactly.
It's kind of like, you know what? It looked like they actually wanted him to score at the end there. It was,
exactly.
mate, it was
and that's the
fucking
kind of
brilliant.
unity within the club. I mean, if they didn't lose that game, they're only a couple of points ahead of Leeds United, and you never know what happens if you don't pick up points down there. So it's a huge 3 points for them. So you'd play Semenyo. While you're still on our books, you play because you're our best player. We need the win. We need the points.
You got to think Eze for us. Eze played just before we went to Arsenal.
Oh.
And I just,
I remember that fucking vividly.
but I don't know what happens to you boys. What happened after the game? Did you want to talk about the game?
Yeah.
First
So
the
game was the game. I mean, that's pretty much all I can say because the biggest things I really want to talk about are after the game, the aftermath of everything, because that's a bigger talking point for me. So first of all, the players decided that they were going to go and have a fucking
Pedro Porro.
Van der Ven, Paulinho, and Pedro Porro were caught in altercations with the away fan or with our fans.
It never goes well.
It never goes well.
You had it this season, didn't you?
So when you've got the fans booing the players and the manager, you've got the players having a pop at the fans, you've got the fucking manager holding an Arsenal Cup.
Yeah, mate, that is so fucking stupid.
And we were chatting before we came on air today. He's obviously been mugged off by one of the Bournemouth staff, like going, "Go on, give him that. He won't know it. Turn it that way round, and see what happens." And he's been absolutely.
Someone's done him a good one.
Someone's done him a kipper.
The thing is, though, I don't think anyone would notice. I think Simon Jordan said it. He said it's just a stupid thing to do and it's accidental, whatever.
But would he have even looked at it like it's just done?
I
don't blame Frank
the
for
issue
that.
is, if he was winning games, no one would fucking, and it would just be like, you fucking idiot.
Someone's done you a kipper there. Never mind. But because of his precarious situation at the club at the minute, it's been amplified tenfold.
And then he has to come out and say, "Oh, it shows a lot about football where you're talking me holding a cup rather than the actual game." And you're like, it's not that though, is it, mate? You're doing shit. The players are arguing with the fans. The fans are booing you at half time. The players, I don't think, are quite getting into this Frank thing. And you're sitting there holding the fucking Arsenal Cup. You might as well put a fucking shirt on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And the amount of memes that have got Frank in a full Arsenal pyjama outfit.
The thing is, though, the thing that annoys me about it, and I will say, could you see Glasner coming out and holding a Brighton mug? It's not going to happen.
Not at all. Not at all. And I don't know. It's just this, but it's not just the fans, the team, and Frank. It goes much higher than that as well. So just to give you the kind of hierarchy at the club at the minute. So when Levy was ushered out the door, a guy called Vinay, and I can't remember his second name because it's too hard to pronounce, he's coming as a CEO from Arsenal. A failed Arsenal CEO is now sitting at the top of our club.
Wow.
So he is the acting CEO. We've also got a non-executive CEO called Pete Harrington, who doesn't deal with the day-to-day running, he deals with the commercial, and we don't see him for shit. Right. We've got the Joe Lewis Family Trust, who are just the lower tentacles of Joe Lewis himself, who's been a bit of a shit owner for best part of 3 decades. And it just no one knows what's going on. Johan Langer, who's the director of football, who is fucking useless. He's a failed sporting director at Villa, and now Villa have got better without him. But we've got both of these failed hierarchies
Who's
from other
running
teams.
the club?
We've got no idea.
Who's running it?
So the board and the upper hierarchy aren't strong enough to deal with this discord that's going on with the players and the fans and the manager. Levy would never have let this happen. Not that I want Levy back or whatever. We were glad to see the back of him, but he would have never have let this shit show happen. Not in public. He would have nipped it in the bud, and it would have been dealt with internally and not quite so public. But so straight from the top to the bottom, it's an absolute shit show at the minute. And when I watched the Bournemouth game and we lost in the last minute, I don't know if you've ever had it before. It was like I just fell out of love with football altogether. It was like I don't even want to watch. I'd rather watch badminton or fucking curling. Love curling. And
Love curling.
I would have rather watched that than watch my team play again. But what do you guys think?
I think there's. See, I sat there and said, give Frank the rest of the season. Still kind of think it. The issue I have is it's stupid shit like that shouldn't be blown up, but will be blown up, like the cup thing. And I kind of get it. Because, and I wouldn't if you boys are playing well, if you're getting results, but you're not. And when it's a fuck up. It might not even be his fucking. It's just a stupid mistake or whatever. But of how his career is going at Tottenham, and I just feel like you can't do that.
I mean,
there's enough people around him, his staff and all that. Even the fucking players. Someone in that fucking dressing room or someone must have been around him going, mate, have you seen what you're holding?
The thing is, though, mate,
there has to be. Someone's got to. You can't make that mistake. Okay. And I'm not saying it's Frank's fault. Someone obviously gave him that cup or whatever.
And it's like it has mugged him off.
They've stitched him up.
Yeah, they absolutely stitched him up. But do you know what? Arsenal fans are fucking loving it because it's the only cup that's got Arsenal's name in it.
Hey!
Had to slip that one in there for a bit of satire.
Muggy cunts.
Right, but yeah, no, my club's a little bit of a shit show at the minute. Right, but
can you see it turning around? All seriousness.
At the moment, no. But there were, like I said, there was flashes of improvement and a bit of fight against Bournemouth. And when we played Villa yesterday, the second half was actually one of the best second halves that I've seen from us in a while. So do you know what? There's little moments,
glimpses of you will be better,
it, but when the results are still L, it plays in you. But anyway, that's enough about my team. Let's go on to yours, mate.
Yeah.
Right. So the biggest game of your fucking season,
probably the
lost
biggest
2-1
game so far I would say in the Premier League season so far.
The most important game of value and importance was West Ham 1, Forest 2 at the London Stadium.
Yeah. Went 1-0 up.
Talks for it.
In the quiet words of Virgin Mary, we're fucked.
Come again.
Okay, so fucking hell, man, we are fucked.
But you looked all right.
Yeah, I know, and I know that we had a little chat before the podcast, and I don't want to sound like I'm blaming other factors because we are shit. But fuck me, man, we got fucked over by VAR.
We did.
Could have been 2-1.
Mate, I got hammered by people saying to me. So I'm going to rewind a little bit.
Go on then. So what incident do you want to talk about first?
Well, there's two incidents,
so which one's
right?
first?
And I don't give a fuck, right? If anyone argues with me about this again, no fucking nothing, right? They know nothing, right?
You don't know ball, you guys.
Honestly, yeah, exactly. Somerville's goal puts 2-0 up, right? Offside. I was watching it. I was having a few beers, working away. I was like,
Right, again,
was it?
I've just got to remember this right. So doesn't someone get tackled from West Ham, and does the ball ricochet off someone and then go into him? Or does the ball go on? Talk to
Somerville was in an offside position, okay, and he's running back to get onside. there's a challenge between I can't remember the players now, but there's a challenge between West Ham Forest player. The Forest player kicks the ball, and it lands to Somerville. He goes on to score, which means that actually, with the rules, and we spoke about this earlier, the offside rule changes every fucking year. But my understanding is, if the ball comes off an opposing player, the said player in an offside position isn't fucking offside.
No.
The goal stands.
But did you see? I don't know if you watched after the game, and they were going on about the actual offside rule and all these parameters, and I was sitting there going, okay, I watch a lot of football. I think I've got an all right knowledge. Viewers might think completely fucking different, and you guys might. But I think I got a rough idea about football.
I think so.
Yeah, I agree.
These parameters of offside that were coming in, I was like, oh, fuck off.
I know.
The guy got tackled, it fell to a West Ham player.
Yeah.
To me, it's not offside.
No.
And the other thing is by a fucking toenail.
The rules of the game.
The rules of the game is offside.
No. The rules of the game is not because it comes off the Forest player.
No, but then did you not see these other parameters of going?
It's fucking bollocks.
But then if he's looks like he's going towards, mate, it was all bollocks. And they managed to put these stupid parameters in where he's technically offside. Fuck off.
Do you know what?
He ain't offside. Anyone that's actually watched fucking football, he's not offside. The guy's been tackled and it's fallen to his player.
I know.
That's not his fault.
No.
I mean, so let's give you a scenario. Right? Just imagine like they're playing the ball around the back four, and someone passed back the keeper, but there's a player coming back from an offside position. Pass it to him, he scores a goal. No.
Yeah.
That was my understanding. That if it comes off an opposing team's player into an attacking player, that's not an offside because that's not a progressive pass.
But it is, and the thing is, it wasn't even like that West Ham player was gonna pass it to that player. It wasn't like that was his intentions.
No,
it wasn't. He wanted to dribble past him, and what? So what happened? He then got tackled while trying to dribble it past him. It then fell to his player. He didn't go and pass that ball. He didn't.
So when they did that thing on Sky Sport, they've given all of these weird parameters. It's basically they've tried to cover up the fact that it was a fucking piss poor decision. They're trying to clutch every straw to try and correct this fucking ambiguity of what's going on here. So like West Ham have got fucked. Absolutely fucked.
Oh, mate,
absolutely fucked. And it wasn't for the first time because what happened in the other season.
So for that one, right, thanks VAR. Done your job, knobheads. What's the fucking point? The second one, right? Honestly, the arguments I've been having with Forest supporters and various different people, right? I watched the game, and when Areola came out, I think he had every right to challenge for the ball, right?
Yep.
Now, when he challenges for the ball, there's no doubt he slaps Gibbs White in the face, basically, and doesn't win the ball. Two things to that. The first one is, when the ball is played, Gibbs White is in an offside position. And the rules
which renders the rest of the play moot because it's
if
offside.
If a player is in an offside position, no free kick or penalty kick can be awarded, right? Added to that, I think it was Souček.
It was Souček.
Souček heads the ball away. Gibbs White is no way fucking near it. And they give a penalty. But the thing is, the ref don't even give the penalty. VAR get in his ear. You need to have a look at this. All right, so I'm going to run over to the screen. I'm going to look at the screen. We won't show the lines that Gibbs White was offside. What we will show you is Areola slapping him in the face. Yeah, it's a penalty. Anyone watching this can come back to me and prove to me categorically that I'm wrong. And VAR was right. I'll hold my hands up and I'll say, do you know what? It doesn't change the result anyway, right? It doesn't change the result. But I'll hold my hands up and I'll say, all right, yeah, fair enough. Actually, I was fucking wrong. Right?
But did you know it
prove it to me.
You said, and I think you snapped up perfectly in our little group chat. The commentators were like, "Yeah, it's a Stonewall pen."
Oh my God!
And I was sitting there going, "Is it?"
What are you
I'd
watching?
be fucking fuming if that was against Palace. Absolutely fucking fuming.
Absolutely. It's kind of like, because of the magnitude of the game, a draw does not suit West Ham, it suits Forest. Well, every result is huge for every team, and it's like we said right at the top of the intro to this game, that it's the biggest game of the season.
I think
Just because it's not for a trophy. It's for survival.
I think that was the biggest.
It's the biggest game of the
Premier
season
League
so far, and how officials could get it so wrong.
Wrong. I don't think enough has been said about it.
And the thing is, though, you could have been 2-0 up, and I'm not joking. You would have won that game because Forest gave fuck all. You were so much better than them.
As I was watching it, I'm thinking, because I love a bit of conspiracy theory anyway. I think like this seems like a Maranatha special. It just felt like that, especially the assistant VAR or the VAR has done everything he can to give Forest a result.
Yeah.
Like I said, the referee didn't give the pen.
No, it's VAR.
It's
fucking here.
It is.
Do they not know the rules then?
I don't know. It just
that or I don't know the rules anymore.
It.
I don't know the rules.
I don't. I am ranting a bit, but the thing is, they're meant to fucking enforce things that haven't been seen, right? So yes, don't get me wrong.
But the ref's seen that challenge, hasn't he?
He ain't given it.
Yeah, the ref has seen that. Everyone's seen it.
Yeah, but if Gibbs White was onside, and he gets in his ear and says, you have to look at that as a penalty. All right, can't really argue it, because Ariola does clatter him.
Yeah.
He does clatter him, right? Despite Souček winning the penalty and Gibbs White being nowhere near the ball, there's a good argument that Ariola, he's fucking clattered him.
But I don't know whether you saw it in the midst of all of that going. Gibbs White got up, sort of came to, and he was like, did I get a pen for that?
Yeah, he didn't even know.
No, but all of the Forest players were like,
really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
There's a bit of Anderson, and even he's like, no, don't know what's happened there.
Honestly.
It's bollocks, mate. That was. I tell you what, you got fucking hard done by that, mate.
And you know what I hope, and what I sincerely hope, that at some point when you really, really need it, you're going to get that slice of luck that returns back in your favour. I'd love to think that, because that was disgraceful.
Yeah, I thought it was a
proper Didier Drogba. This is a disgrace.
Yeah. It's a fucking disgrace.
I think I don't know if it was before or after actually that Nuno got booked as well because we didn't get a challenge, and there was something else that happened, and I don't know. It just seemed a culmination of several different decisions throughout the game that built up.
Somerville got fucking wiped out at
that
one.
Might have been what it was. Yeah, and Nuno
got fucking wiped out, and the ref's like, no, nothing. And even I was watching it. It's like I was a West Ham fan going, how have you not fucking given that then?
I don't,
mate. If I'm doing it from a neutral side of what I just like that game because I love big games like that, especially relegation ones. You were better than them. They were shit personally, and I tell you what, if fucking Anderson plays for England in the front of Walton and he fucking plays like that, we're going to get our arsehole ripped out of us at the World Cup because he was fucking awful. You boys had his number and he's sitting there, especially after Somerville scored the second one. He was just sitting there going, oh, we're shit. Yeah, you are shit, and you're fucking just as bad as the rest of them.
And do you know what I hope? Right, I'm going to be honest. I can't see it because, again, previous podcasts I've said how big January was for us because we had Fulham, we had Wolves, we had Forest. Right, we've lost all fucking three.
Yeah.
Right, and I said at the end of January I'll have a conversation, and if we haven't picked up them points, we are fucking down.
But you know what, Fieldsy? You're definitely going to win your next game. Guess who you got?
You?
Yeah, you got us at our ground. You can bank on 3 points for that one.
Do you know what? I actually think that's the sort of game West Ham will go and win.
We have to do something. Because
are you at home?
Right.
No, it's our place.
Yeah.
But you'll win.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we'll see. The thing is, right, in a relegation battle, you have to beat the teams that are around you, and we haven't done that, which now means we have to beat the teams that are doing better.
Yeah.
And I can't see it, but if we can just get one or two back to back, I'd fucking love it with a Kevin Keegan fucking
Fucking
thing.
love it. We've been
I
on the weekend.
fucking love it
Right,
now
just a
to
quick
see
question for you.
Forest go down.
Yeah, so would I.
Because of that game and because of their cunty owner.
Yeah.
And for Nuno as well, because I feel for Nuno.
Yeah.
I can't blame him. I've spoke about the owners. I'm not going to speak about them again. We know they're a couple of cunts. But the whole thing now, fuck
Well, there was a
fellas.
West Ham fan on TalkSport, I don't know if you saw it, but after the game saying, oh yeah, I don't understand, we should get rid of Nuno, what's the thing? And Simon George saying, who would you get in front of Nuno?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, there must be someone, he's had Potter was better than... Yes.
He's inherited a shower of shit.
Yeah. And
who's going to want to come to West Ham
Yeah.
right now? You know, it's,
Mate, if you get rid of him and get someone, do you know who you're going to get? Someone you're going to get a Championship manager that you're going to get to try and get back in the Premier League.
It'll be a Michael Carrick, it'll be
Yeah.
a Mark Noble stepping in with a Harry Redknapp, some Bilic.
But then at least with Nuno, he's there to keep you in the Premier League. Where I think if you get rid of him and get a manager, like I say, I think you'll get some from the Championship. And what I think you're personally doing there as a club is we're going down in the Championship. We need to try and get back up.
Yeah, basically.
After the Championship, I think that's what you're doing.
all right, okay.
Yeah, so
well,
that's
I've been saying all season that I think you got enough to stay up. I still do kind of think you do, but you can't fuck about anymore. And I personally do think you're going to beat us. Even though I've said we may be turning a performance corner, I still think it's the perfect time to play us.
I think,
And you always turn up.
Yeah,
Well,
you do.
You
right,
always
so-
turn up against Spurs.
so I think I can't see us beating you, obviously, because of previous results. I'd love to, not just because it's Tottenham and right,
But no,
but
you
we
would
need
love to
to.
because
It
Tottenham.
wouldn't matter who
Yeah.
we played. Like we need to win. But maybe it could be one of them games where more us than you. We did get a result,
need it,
and then we
want it more.
do get that little cut. Because I'd like to think that all the fucking players and the management and the coaches, they've got the fucking needle now. Because it's like, all right, we were fucking shit against Wolves. We done all right against Forest and was robbed. Less hands, bollocks, find them. Let's fucking have a go. But I cannot call it. We win. We get hammered 5-0. We draw. I can't call it anymore.
Do you know what?
I literally
Do you know
can't.
what I think you need? And that's the same from a neutral. Bowen had a chance in that game, and I think usually he would just batter that bottom corner, and he decided to try and play it in the middle. And I feel like
He's playing nervously, obviously, because
he
of the
needs to
situation.
get back to scoring goals.
Yeah.
I think I said it in the last one. I wouldn't.
He's not captain anymore, though, is he?
Well,
No, he is. I think they made a typo
yeah.
on that last
Oh,
lineup.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about it.
I was just looking at because I
Yeah,
thought that you put,
I looked at the lineup and I thought,
Yeah. It was a typo.
Tati,
Oh, he was.
what's his face? Tati Castellano, whatever
Yeah.
he was called.
On his debut.
At his debut,
Yeah.
fucking captain.
Scored today.
he did score today.
Oh yeah, what do you think to your two new boys?
I actually thought they played quite well.
So, yes, Wilson's going to go.
Yeah.
I quite liked him. Do you know what I liked about him? When the Forest back four had the ball, he fucking chased them down. I like that.
I quite like that Pablo as well. That came on. I thought it was all right.
I think he's got I think he's young. He's got a bit of raw talent about him. He reminds me of an Antonio type of player.
Yeah.
I think they're two good signings.
I think they are.
But we need a couple of others as well. And I know we're going to talk about transfers in a bit. We need a few others as well. I think it's a bit early to call it. But I think they're, at the moment, I think they're two good signings. We'll see.
I think you could do with a real good centre back. And I know it's going to be tough
What are you
because.
talking about? They got Max Kilman.
Fucking hell.
Right, but yeah, all right. But, okay, so that's all of the Premier League games. So let's quickly, because we've gone over a little bit of time, just touch on the FA Cup.
We'll go real quick there.
Yeah, quickly.
We are fucking dog shit. We've broken a record, haven't we? We've broken a record.
Have you?
Yep. We are.
What record's that?
The record is
It's got to be something to do with the FA Cup holders, no?
no, it's to do with the gap of, I think it was 117 places below who they are.
Wow.
Yeah, we broke.
didn't
And do you know the
realise
last
that.
team that broke that record?
Go on.
Crystal Palace. When we beat Wolves in 1909 or something fucking stupid. I know. It's so fucking Palace. You know, I was watching
And
that.
I think that was. I think that came up on the stat like something. There's that result, and ironically, it was Palace.
Yeah.
That it was the first FA Cup holders that have been knocked out by non-league opposition in the first round.
Fucking tragic, mate. And I'll tell you what, I'll hold my hands up, Macclesfield, you fucking deserved it, mate.
They did.
We
They did.
were so shit. And I'll tell you one thing, and I think that Ollie Thomas said it, he's like a geezer who's like a Palace fan. All these line-up things on Flash Scores or FOTMob or anything, they gave a couple of our players 7.7 ratings.
What?
Really?
They gave Sosa a 7.7 rating. I'm sorry, he was fucking dog shit. They were all fucking dog shit. How anyone gets over a 4 as a rating for Palace yesterday is a fucking joke. Like, we were fucking awful.
Maybe Pino gets one for having a decent free kick.
Oh, because he scored a free kick. But let's be fair, any normal keeper would have saved that. It's only because that guy plays. He works at Tesco's. Let's be fucking fair.
He's got to get subbed off.
Right.
If that was against any keeper from League One upwards, of course they're fucking saving it. I mean, let's be fair. We were fucking dog shit.
Fucking dog shit. But and I'm sorry that it's Palace, but isn't that just the beauty?
Oh, I
of the
fucking love it.
I kind of
love
loved it at
it.
the same point.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? I know, yeah, it hurts to lose because you know you're going to get fucking bantered.
Oh, mate,
left, right, and
mate,
centre.
do you know how many people fucking messaged me yesterday?
Yeah, I was saying in here, I bet Martin's phone's blowing up
Oh,
right now.
mate, everyone. Even my fucking boss messaged me.
Fucking hell. He don't even like fucking football.
Well, to be fair, luckily he's a Man United fan.
Oh,
so
okay.
there you are, Will. But mate, the be-all end-all of it, we deserve to lose. Fair play, Maxwell. I do love it because it's the magic of the FA Cup. But fucking, why is it always us? Why us?
But the thing is, though, it's like, you know, some people have been saying it's like the biggest scalp in FA Cup history, and they're like, hold on, you know, I know you're my mate and it's Palace and you're the FA Cup, but it's not like they've toppled prime Man City or something.
This is my thing. Yes, it is the biggest statistically. Is it though?
Is it statistically the biggest scale?
Yeah,
Apparently,
117th place.
but it's not as if they've gone over to the Emirates, you know, and done Arsenal. It's not as if they've topped like Man City, Kevin De Bruyne, and Sergio Aguero, like top like and look, fair play at Macclesfield. Awesome result for them.
Yeah.
I bet that was a fucking party in a town last night.
Oh, mate, I bet it was fucking awesome.
Rooney's brother's the manager.
Yeah, Rooney's
Mate,
brother.
that annoyed me so much. The fact that he was fucking sitting
crying.
there. He's, you know, don't. What was there? Some really fit grannies in Macclesfield. Is there? Is that why you're fucking there?
Here it is on shagagranny.com.
Yeah.
That's when the striker goes down. He's like, bruv, give us 5, give us 5.
Put your fucking shin pads on, will you?
All right, okay. We won't endure the pain too much. Let's go on to. You played today, didn't you? You played QPR.
We fucking won a game.
Yeah, and-
First game in 2 months.
Yeah, and
We've
Tatty
won.
scored.
Tatty scored. We made fucking hard work of it. You know, I must admit, extra time. I'm thinking.
I feel like that
fucking,
was
here we
never
go.
going to be easy for you, though.
Yeah, no.
QPR,
No.
London team.
I mean, the last thing you need after January and December is putting an extra half hour into
Because
Yeah.
QPR would have been fucking well up.
Oh,
For another
yeah.
London side, you're on the ropes. You've just lost this game.
And
It was a
also
good
the
game,
whole. I tell you what. So I hate us playing at home now against anyone because of the fans walk out and bits and pieces. Apparently, 6,000 QPR fans there today in the West Ham home end
Yeah, that's tragic, mate.
because of the amount of West Ham fans trying to protest with their feet, freeing up seats for away supporters.
Weren't they going to... Oh, this might be Chelsea, actually. They were going to scan their tickets and then walk out.
Well, there was something like that, but I also know for a fact, for an absolute fact, that In the Forest game, I think there was 33,557 tickets scanned, right? That included the Forest away support.
Yeah,
In a stadium that holds 62,500.
Your stadium looked well empty against Forest, didn't it?
The fans have had enough, mate. And I get it. I completely get it. Doesn't help the fucking team in the situation that they're in.
It doesn't, does it?
And it isn't going to make a difference to the owners right now. But I
It's
do get it.
You get it, because what measures can the fans really do?
They can't do nothing.
They can't do nothing. It's like the only way that we can really affect the owners is try and hurt their pockets, but that then subsequently hurts the team.
Do you not kind of think some of your fans think, fuck it, let's go down just to fuck over Sullivan?
That's probably what it is, no?
Let's go down to fuck over
Sullivan.
Oh, no, it's exactly what it is. Sullivan and Brady. It's exactly what it is. Because we are.
But I feel like some of your fans are going like, fuck it, we're done now.
No, I don't think it. So, to be fair, I think we're a fucking well-supported club. I think we have a huge fan base.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, you do.
And I don't think it's anything other than, do you know what? We're fucked, Mr. Sullivan. Brady, right? We're fucked off with you that fucking much. We're going to show you now what you've actually created. So take a look at the empty fucking seats, you couple of cunts, right? Because if you're a true West Ham supporter, I will support my club if we went down to League Two.
Yeah.
Right? No doubt about that. It's not about that. It's about them cunts and the way they've run and blah 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 blah. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but basically it's a
few years down from winning a European trophy, though. That's fucking outrageous,
mate. They've destroyed us, and I think it's the only way.
Yeah.
Fans can maybe make their show, and I'd love to think they were both there and they're looking around thinking, oh, have we let them in yet?
But it wasn't that long ago that that was West Ham, wasn't it, when the fans started going on the pitch? That was Upton Park.
No, that was the London Stadium.
Oh, it was London Stadium.
Yeah, we played Burnley, and basically what that was. So when we moved stadiums, they didn't allocate the season tickets and tickets to supporters like in the same stands, if you like.
Right.
So like the Chicken Run, this would be the Chicken Run, this would be the Bobby Moore, this would be that and the other. And what happened was they just let people have tickets wherever they wanted. You had a 57, 60-year-old man there, effing and blinding, and the family sat next to him. Yeah. And it was a complete fuck up. See, that's what that was about.
Because that would never happen at Palace. We moved the ultras from A and B block to the middle of the thing. Yeah,
but they didn't give a fuck about that. All they wanted was bums on seats. So they didn't give a fuck. And that's what that was about, basically. Yeah. So, but yeah, we struggled today.
We're through to the next round.
We are through to the next round.
Unlike our teams.
Yeah, so how do you boys get on?
We lost 2-1 to Villa. We touched on a little bit earlier. Flashes of improvement. Second half was good. We were wasteful. Villa looked really decent, and I think overall,
tough game for you to have.
It's a really tough game. And I thought we were going to lose.
Actually, I feel quite sorry for Premier League sides that have got Premier League sides.
It's been
even Man United got to play Brighton. You got to play fucking Villa.
Yeah.
There's been a lot, hasn't
it? Draw, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, because Sunderland, Everton.
Yeah, no. It's almost like you'd like Premier League clubs to play someone not in their division, and that's the kind of until the fourth round. Just to give all of the lucky little plucky little clubs who have struggled their way through. I mean, how many rounds of qualification is there to get to the third round?
Hell,
it's got to be something like 8 or 9 if you're like a proper like Fakenham Town or something. If you want to get.
But then I never want it to be seeded because that is the love of the FA Cup.
Yeah.
You can
love it.
Like Arsenal could play Man City, but Arsenal could also play Macclesfield. That I love that.
It's the greatest domestic competition in the world.
Yeah, and I think everyone across the whole world knows that.
But it isn't if you ask Exeter City fans.
True. True.
Right, they went to the Etihad on a wing and a prayer and a dream that they could beat the best sides of the country, and got absolutely annihilated.
I think keeping it to 10 is all right.
I think it's quite bad. Yeah, but do you not remember Man City went to Burton Albion over like 2 legs not a few years ago, and I fucking obliterated them.
Absolutely obliterated. But literally, like Man City, they scored 10 and Haaland didn't score any.
Semenya scored.
Yeah, Semenya scored this day, but they were just running rings around for fun,
But that's what it. It's kind of what it should be.
Yeah.
It's kind of
We should have run rings around fucking Mackles.
Yeah, but that's kind of like the opposite end, of the. But that's once again the beauty of the competition. Yeah, one of the best teams can just steamroll over another team they did. But then it can be a giant killing affair, and that is like you say the best domestic cup competition in the world. And we've all seen different sides of it this week.
Yeah.
Other results of note, I think.
Forrester!
Yeah. So hang on.
You're up to Wrexham.
Marinakis is a prick.
Yeah, Marinakis
and he deserves
such a helmet.
He got fucking bailed out. So Wrexham
Beat him on pens.
Brilliant.
I'm totally team Wrexham, mate.
See what? They
Wrexham,
made
mate.
some great saves on that penalty.
He did. 3 out of 3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the
3 out of
thing is,
3.
I was looking at the table. Wrexham are 4 points off a playoff spot. They couldn't, could they?
Well, they could.
I don't think.
It can.
Oh, it can. I don't think they're quite good enough. But
But why not? We've been saying that every year they're going to meet their the quality. It's just not going to get past it.
The thing with the Championship, if you get in that playoffs, anyone can win.
Yeah,
we've gone up, I think, twice being sixth.
Yeah, we've gone up a few times. I can't remember our positions, but yeah, we've gone up a few times. You, at the end of the day,
it's nice.
Just keep going.
Yeah, you got to
just keep going.
Yeah,
and what will be will be. I know it, like for a team like Wrexham, it's a completely different situation if you're an Ipswich, for example, or a Middlesbrough, or like I know Coventry are running away from it at the moment, but like if you're one of them big clubs, there's so much more pressure on you, isn't there?
Yeah.
Wrexham, just play freely, enjoy it.
They do.
They're
under no pressure. They've got like the support of like most of the footballing world behind them.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. I just want to see the newspapers say Liverpool versus Deadpool. I can't wait.
And the other thing, it's not just the footballing world as well. Because of who owns it, it's kind of like even people that don't like football, you could be like, oh, Ryan Reynolds owns it. Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. I love them.
Yeah.
You could get any woman to support Wrexham really fucking easy.
Well,
Ryan Reynolds
because of Ryan Reynolds.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Ryan Reynolds.
Where's Wrexham?
Yeah.
Right out of the middle of butt-fuck nowhere. It takes you ages to
Some
go and
shit
get
well
to.
side.
Yeah. Right, all right. That's the FA Cup. Let's move on to our penultimate point, which is managerial appointments and the situations. So,
what are we doing, Chelsea or Man
Yeah,
United?
we'll start with Chelsea first. So Chelsea just appointed Liam Rosenior from Strasbourg. How do you view that as a appointment?
I think it's a cop-out.
Why do you think it's a cop-out?
Because Chelsea own fucking Strasbourg.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Do you know what,
I think it's a cheap option.
I wasn't debating with you.
Yeah.
I totally think it's one of those. Let's pluck a yes man who knows exactly what the situation is all about.
Because the last guy wasn't a yes man, and that's why he's fucking gone. Right? Yeah. We need somebody who's going to get in fucking line and do what he's told.
That's what
I think.
For what and Chelsea fans that I watch online and stuff like that, they are pretty much sitting there going, well, they don't want us to win trophies anymore. They don't want us to win anything anymore. That's not. This club is a pure business-based club. Nothing to do with trophies. Nothing to do with winning shit.
Buy young with a high ceiling or high potential player. Sell them on for more. Rinse and repeat.
To have the bollocks to tell a manager though who the fuck to play because he's losing his value if you don't play him.
Yeah,
that's fucking outrageous.
Absolutely bullshit.
And fair play, Maresca coming out and going, I don't want to play him. He's shit. Pretty much. I can imagine the conversation when he's fucking crap. We don't want him. And it all started with Palmer as well. They didn't want him to play Palmer, and he had to take him off. That's where it started.
Wasn't that the physios were dictating certain stuff as well?
And if you listen to Maresca, he spoke to Palmer. You're not telling me if Palmer don't want to play because he don't think he's fit enough, he won't. And he thinks he's going to get injured again? He's not. The fact that the physios have turned around... You're not telling me Maresca didn't go to Palmer before he fucking played and go, right, you're all right to play, mate.
How are you feeling? What you got in you?
And someone like Palmer, and I think everyone wants a player like this to go, I'll fucking play, mate. I know they're saying I'm not fit, but I am fit, and I'll fucking do it for you.
Give it a go.
That's who you want. As a manager, that's the player you want. Your star player. How many fucking games did Messi and Ronaldo miss? Fuck all. Unless they had their fucking leg hanging off them. Do you know why? Because they're top class players and they're fucking playing. They make them win that game for your club.
Yeah.
Same as the reason Palmer done that and said that is because he knows he's the fucking bollocks at Chelsea. He's one of the better players in the world, and he will go and win that game for you, or he'd try his fucking hardest to. So if a player, your star player, turns around to you and goes, "Yes, boss, I'm up for playing. Fucking play me, and I'll go and win that game." You don't. As a manager, you're going, "Yeah, boy, I'm playing there. You're a fucking muscle. You're a lad."
And then all of a sudden the physio's running up.
Physio,
Whoa,
you
hang
need
on
to
a
take
minute.
him off. You need to
Hang on
take
a
him
minute.
off. And Maresca probably thought, "You fucking arseholes. I want to." Cole Palmer wants to stay on. He wants to keep him on. And I think it's gone downhill from there because he had to take him off.
Yeah.
Palmer was fuming, he went off. Maresca's not going to sit there, as a coach he is, and go, have all the Chelsea fans and all the pundits go, "I can't believe he took Palmer off." He didn't fucking choose that, did he? Of course he didn't want to fucking take him off. Does he? Do you really think he wants to play fucking Jamie Gittins? Oh yeah, we're struggling. I'll tell you who I bring on, Jamie fucking Gittins. Obviously not. And I completely get Maresca's thing, right? Going, do you know what? I'm not having you boys all tell me how shit I am at my job when I can't do my job because you lot tell me what to do. And I'm going to fucking come out.
Fair play.
It's as simple as that. And Maresca should come out because in the end, I think he is going to get the fucking Pep job. And so he fucking should. I don't think he's done that bad at Chelsea. Yeah. But actually, when you look at the parameters that he has to deal with, I think he's done a fucking good job.
You know, the first team to ever win the Club World Cup. I know, well, obviously, for Chelsea, probably the standout team. We're always going to win the Conference League, whatever. But still got to win it.
You still got to win it, yeah.
And especially if you've got your hands tied behind the back by owners, board, fucking physios or whatever, trying to micromanage your job every single step of the way.
Because the owners have bought a fucking young person and want to sell him a little bit fucking down the line and go, "You need to play this guy so I can sell him for a little bit of value."
Are the Chelsea fans saying, it's not about winning anymore, it's about turning a profit?
Yeah.
Is that what they're unanimously saying?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. And I completely get Chelsea because when they had Abramovich, he didn't give a fuck how much money he lost. He done everything to win trophies. Yeah. Abramovich, that's all he done.
Ruthless, but what an owner.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, this is what I love about him. Oh, Matteo. Oh my God, all I wanted was the Champions League. You support me in Champions League. You're not good enough, fuck off, we're going to get someone else in. And what they win? They won an FA Cup, and then they got rid of that person. That was Sarri, wasn't it? They got rid of him, and then went, "Right, Conte, you're the fucking man," and then won the fucking Premier League. That's a fucking...
He was ruthless, he was like, "No, I'm not going to take any shit. No, you either win or you don't, you're off.
And if I don't think you're good enough, we're doing that." And I think he did have a massive shout, Abramovich, on the people he brings in. Did they want Shevchenko when they bought him? No, he didn't. But he was one of the better players. Did he work that well at Chelsea? No, he didn't. But the be-all, end-all of it, that is an owner who wants your club to win. And I completely get Chelsea fans now, because the owners now, they don't give a fuck about.
And I'll tell you what I like as well. I like the fact that I think he stood his ground. Like, can you imagine physios, owners and backroom staff telling Ferguson or Wenger, two of the most successful managers in Premier League history, "You can't play him, mate. He's got a knock.
Fucking do one.
Oh, you've lost your job, mate. Fuck off." Yeah. And I think it's refreshing, actually, for a manager to turn around to the owners or the physios or whatever and say, "Do you know what, right? I'm the fucking manager. I'm going to manage the club.
Yeah.
You do as I tell you. You don't fucking tell me.
Yeah.
And if you do tell me, I'm fucking off."
And
I think that's what he's done. And fair play. Fair play to him.
And the same with the next manager we're going.
Right, so let's move
anyone telling Pep?
Of
you can fucking.
Of course not. Exactly the same as Emery. Do you think someone's going to turn around to Emery and be like, "You can't play Morgan"?
Not now.
I'll fucking play it when I want to.
No, the Villa board see him as God. The player,
and so they should. It's the same as the owners think Pep's a god.
Yeah, but managers should manage the club.
Yeah, but Pep works with this whole bollocks going. Yeah, but he obviously can't work with a sporting director. Pep owns the club, and Emery. No, he doesn't. Pep works with his sporting director. Sporting director goes, "I think we need something like that. If Pep turns around to him and goes, "No, I don't.
I want him.
I think it's a shit idea." He'd go,
yeah, sorry, Pep.
Yeah, but he probably would, because those guys have worked together ever since Barcelona. Fair play, Man City getting him in. These guys probably sit down with a glass of wine, talk about what sort of transfers come to. When it comes to December, they talk about January transfers, what they might need.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to turn around and go, right, I think you need this guy? And Pep goes, do you? I don't think we do, mate. Like, this is what I think I need. And I can imagine sport directors, okay, that's what you need. I'll do my best to find the players that I think you'll need, and then come back to Pep and go, this is the player I need. I think that you
what
need.
one do you fancy?
Yeah.
Is there any
what
of them?
one do you reckon? And then go to the owners and go, right, we need to bid them in.
Yeah. And if Pep turns around and says, I appreciate your efforts, mate, but I think they're all fucking shit, go away and do it again.
Yeah.
And that's what you do. That's
and
what a
they
sporting
will.
director should do.
But that's their fucking
I
job.
know.
And then they go to the owners and go, right, I think Omar Marmoush is what we need at the moment because he's one of the top 3 fucking scorers in Europe. We need him.
Yeah.
And the owners went, okay, you guys know what you're doing. That's your fucking jobs. That's how sporting directors work.
Yeah.
Not fucking who we're about to go on of Man United when fucking Wilcox.
Oh,
fuck
mate.
him.
Right, so just for a bit of context, Ruben Scammerwim has been let go of his position. So what do you reckon?
Also, right, I'm ranting.
Done! Oh,
I'm fucking
mate.
ranting at this
Well, I'm
point.
a little rattle. Go on, need a piece.
It fucking riles me, right? I'm not a lover of Amorim. He wasn't good enough at Man United. They sat there. Jim sat there. I think it was October. Sir Jim turned around and said, "It's a 3-year project. This is what we need to do. We're going to keep the players. Sorry, not the players. The manager, and we're going to grow from that." Cool, fair enough. You've put your sights on that. Fair enough. That's what you want to do. Cool. That was nothing to do with drawing to West Ham, drawing to Burnley, There's nothing. That wasn't result based at all. That decision that they've made wasn't result based. He came out in a press conference and pretty much called out Wilcox and said, "You need to do your fucking job," which he does. I need some players, do your fucking job. And he hasn't. And then instead of getting rid of Wilcox, they got rid of Amorim. Please tell me I'm wrong.
No,
I fucking hate Man United. Don't get me wrong. And I don't think Amorim's that bad. But
do you think it was the fans didn't really like the way that the club was going under Amorim? Do you think it was just like, oh, this seems like a good chance to get him out the door because it's not really working?
They're sitting there in 5th. They're fucking dog shit. How many times on this podcast have I said Man United are fucking crap?
They'll dog you, but if you take away their league position, the fans don't like it. The fans don't like Amorim. They never liked it. They
didn't, but they respected his honesty of sitting there. Fair play to him. Turn around to them going, this is the worst Man United team ever. Because he's right. He's right.
He wasn't wrong.
He might have been too honest. But at least he's fucking honest. At least he'll say what it is. And the problem, and the only reason he's gone is because he's an honest bloke and turned around and said, the fucking hierarchy at Man United are dog shit, and that is the reason where we are now. And he's completely right. And that is why he's lost his fucking job.
Yeah, he's lost his job. He's called out the board. I think the board and the club wanted him gone anyway, regardless of where they're sitting in the table. It just felt like Amorim has been on a bit of a tightrope for a while now.
But there's a reason why they would never get rid of him because of results, because they don't want to look like the dick, because they fucked up and made the mistake of employing him. That's why they got rid of him, because they can sit there going, well, no, it wasn't result based. We didn't make a mistake. He came out and mugged us off, so we got rid of him.
Exactly.
You're all fucking mugs, mate.
They are.
You guys talk about it.
What do you reckon to the sacking of Amorim?
I think that Manchester United are a poison club, and I don't think it matters who's in charge.
No, I totally agree with you. I don't know who's going to be in charge of them full time next. The names that are on for the interim, the caretaker position, so far I've touted about is Darren Fletcher, who's been part of the backroom staff for a while. Obviously played for Man United. Ollie Solskjaer
would be ridiculous.
It would be. That would be revisiting an old ex-girlfriend. And I think Michael Carrick has been in the fray as well. But I think Solskjaer and Carrick are linked as either being one or two.
Yeah,
what do you reckon?
Their coach though was actually Kieran Maguire at Ipswich. I saw something about
Who's that?
Ipswich manager
McKenna.
McKenna. So when Solskjaer was there before, he was the coach. So Solskjaer picked the players and he done all the training. Because Carrick was there with him as well. And what they were saying is that without him, there's nobody to coach him. And there's like going to be a bit of a thing as to who's making the decisions. Is it Solskjaer? Is it Carrick? Is it? I was just saying. So Tottenham at the moment, West Ham at the moment,
Man United,
poison clubs.
Yeah,
Poison clubs.
absolutely.
But it always starts at the top.
But
okay?
then,
It doesn't matter who's in charge.
do you not think Man United needs to get rid of? I can't stand. I was saying to Man United mate at work, I was like,
Ferguson.
you need to get rid of this fucking Man United DNA Ferguson shit.
Yeah.
Did
Ferguson
you not,
turning up every single game.
Did you hear
watching it
Darren
and
Fletcher
getting
though
up.
in the press conference
No.
before they played, not who they played today, whoever they played before, said because he's taken on Burnley, taken on Burnley before his press conference. Sat there and went, oh yeah, every decision I make, I ring up Alex Ferguson and ask if it's a good idea.
Then who's the
Fuck
manager?
off. What's the point of him?
Yeah.
What's the point then? Put Fergie there. And football has moved so far fucking on from Fergie and Wenger. There's a reason why Arsenal are doing quite well. It's because when Wenger left, he went, cool, leave me out from club. What I've done here is amazing, but I'm out. I'm out. Which is what Fergie should have done.
Yeah.
Fergie's got so much fucking thing with that club, and that is half the fucking reason why I do. I tell you what, Roy Keane was 100% right the other day on Sky Sports. They asked him, "Oh, who do you think?" He went, "I don't care. It doesn't really matter." He says, "At the moment, let's be fair. Anyone that used to play for Man United have got a chance of being a manager." And they
Ferguson.
yeah. And the funny thing is, Dave, can't remember his second name, went to him. "Why do you reckon you've got a chance?" He went, "Nah." Like because
He wouldn't get on Fergie. Yeah.
As simple as that.
Yeah.
And they need to, Man United, this whole fucking DNA, this is the way we play and everything that. What the fuck are you on about?
Yeah,
Like
it's kind of like you're still attributing your club to a long gone dynasty that you had. It's been what?
Clinging on.
Yeah, clinging.
Clinging
When
on.
was that last? It was 2012, 2013.
I'm not sure.
I think it was the 2013 season was the last time that Man United won the Premier League. So it's been nearly 13 years. It's a long time there. Man United are absolutely no way near that.
That would have been Ferguson's last season.
Yeah,
really.
it was last season,
it was,
and I think that was.
And it was the cleverest move he ever fucking made because he knew.
Yeah, he knew that
He knew.
team needed a huge rebuild. He probably his best Premier League that was winning it with an aging Scholes,
he
an
had
aging.
like Fabio and Raphael.
Yeah,
at the back.
Van
Welbeck as
Persie
well,
was
wasn't
literally on his way out. Rooney was aging. It was literally like he won the league, and he's like, "I've got to get out of here because
I don't have
my
time."
legacy is in jeopardy." Because. And we all see how Moyes got on. Moyes was on a hiding to nothing, bless him.
Of course he was.
So,
It's exactly the same as Emery at Arsenal.
yeah, so he's going in to replace God on a hiding to nothing, was never ever going to succeed, and it was just a power play move by Ferguson just to keep his own reputation.
If Man United need to want to move further, they need to get rid of this fucking DNA bollocks. This is how Man United play.
They're not going to, because even the fans still know he's a god to them.
Yeah, but even the old players. I don't know if you've seen, but Neville sat there before Ten Hag got sacked, saying maybe he should play like the 3 at the back or 5 at the back, whatever you want to fucking call it. He should try that. Amorim comes in. That's what they do. They play 3 at the back or 5 at the back, however you want to do it.
And then get slated.
And then Neville's then sitting there on Sky Sports after he gets sacked, going, "Well, maybe he should have changed and play 4 at the back because that's what Man United do." You're the fucking. It's people like Neville. Do you know who doesn't get involved in it? Rooney don't get involved in it.
No.
And Rooney don't sit there mugging off and going, "Oh, he should do that. He should do
He's
that."
too busy being a shit manager.
But at least.
Grannies.
But now at least Rooney, if he gets asked about questions about Man United, they go, "Well, they're not doing this and not doing that." He's just a normal pundit to Man United because it's a little bit same as Roy Keane, sitting there saying we're shit.
Yeah.
And they're fucking completely right. Instead of Gary Neville giving them a fucking big un, going, we should do this, we should do this. Fuck off, you went to Valencia, you cunt, and you were fucking useless. Don't sit there and mug off other fucking managers when you haven't got a fucking clue yourself.
Like, I don't know whether if you can remember or not, like back in the 90s, after Liverpool had been this massively successful team during the 80s, won multiple leagues, European Cups and whatever, and in the 90s they were fucking horrific, like under managers like Roy Evans, Gerard Houllier, and all of these people here, and what Liverpool's club fans and everyone surrounding the club are what Man United fans are now. They were clutching to that success story, you know, that's the way our club should be. And Liverpool didn't win another league until 2020. No, was it 2020?
No, it's when Klopp came in.
Yeah, so when Klopp goes, so we're talking
actually 2020 could be about right.
Yeah, so we're talking like
25
plus years. You know, that's probably what.
That's exactly
Man
what
United fans are
going
to have to wait another decade because they're nowhere near it. No, but I do agree with what you're saying. They're literally latching on to this Alex Ferguson involvement, you know, because that is the last success man.
But if Alex Ferguson was managing them now, football is past what Alex Ferguson and Wenger used to coach, and they were brilliant coaches, the best in the Premier League.
I don't give a shit, and Ferguson knows it too. If Ferguson was suddenly popped into,
mate, it'd get fucking blitzed.
It'd absolutely get torn apart.
Fucking literally. Arsehole riled, mate. Like, like, you can't have that. And that is half the reason why Man United in the fucking state they are. One, because the Glazers are fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
And they're a bit like Todd Bowley, just all about the money. And then because all they want to do is cling on to something that isn't there anymore. Simple as that. Simple as that.
Well, I think we're unanimous on that one.
Yeah.
So we've got one more point before we close up today, and that's the transfers. It's the January transfer window. It's all been a bit quiet so far.
Yeah.
You know, everyone doesn't really want to spend money. And I know that January's a wonky transfer window anyway, and
everything's inflated.
Yeah, everything's inflated. I mean, if you want to buy a £50 million player, you're spending 70, and that's pretty much unanimous around the board. I think
we got a bargain.
You got but I think you're the only team that have spent any serious money so far buying Brennan Johnson off us, and I think that was a good move for him and both clubs, really.
It's the biggest transfer so far, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
No, Semenyo's.
Yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, so Anton Semenyo, great signing for Man City, that one.
Yeah.
Wish you would have gone about a week earlier. But one thing I do like about the fact of your transfer of Brennan Johnson, you got it done early.
Yeah,
it was like,
out, done.
So you want the idealism of a transfer is right at the beginning of the window, get them in, get them on the training ground, get them gelling with the players, and get them on the.
Because if that was on the 30th or the 31st of January, that isn't going to cost us 35 mil. That is going to cost us 50 mil because you want the money back for that.
Exactly, because that gives then the team that you're buying off adequate time to replace them, you know, rather than the deadline day special where, like you say, if you want this player because we haven't got time to replace him, you're going to have to pay 50% more than what the value is.
And when they turn around and go, nah mate, we're not paying for that, but okay, so you're not getting him today then. And then they go, oh shit, yeah we are, fuck it, we'll give you that money.
But I think a good question to ask all of us is, where do you think, if there was one position which you really, really need, and I know you probably say every fucking place in the park, right? Where do you think you really need to strengthen in January?
Is that a question to me now?
Yeah.
Centre back.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think we can't defend for shit. We spent a little bit of money on a couple of strikers. I'm all right with that.
They look all right.
Yeah,
one of them scored today.
Yeah, I think they've come to a mutual agreement with Wilson that he's going to go, which is odd.
How do you feel about that?
Well,
I thought Wilson's been alright. Does he just want out?
Yeah, but he was on a paper play.
Yeah.
And I think he wasn't happy with that.
I wasn't happy when we signed him because I thought it was a cop out. And when I say cop out,
turned out to be
cheap.
It was a cheap. Turned out to be an okay signing for
it. It was an okay signing, and then we get rid of Fulkrug who couldn't stay fit. He'll go on to score 30 goals for Milan this year, you know, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
Do you not think just give Callum Wilson like a quick contract?
I think it's too late now.
Contract?
I think it's too late.
I know now it is, but instead of
I think we've done all right for us, to be fair. But I think he's going to go. Looks like he's going to go to Leicester, which would be a great.
Which is fucking crazy, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I know, but I think it'd be a great signing.
Do you not think instead of do you not think even just a 6-month contract, but you're not on pay to play anymore, mate? You're on 70 grand a week.
I think the problem is fucking 70 grand a week. I think the problem is
he fucking scores goals, man.
Yeah, mate. Right, he scored a few.
How much of those guys on a week? Oh, Tatty.
Oh, I couldn't answer that question. What I do know is that we spent, I think,
close to
between
50?
the two of them,
Close to 50?
Close to 50 million.
I bet I'll be shocked if they're not on between 40 and 50 grand a week.
Yeah.
So an extra 20 grand a week for Callum Wilson, who is a known goal scorer.
I'd rather keep that at 100 grand and have two. If I'm honest.
Yeah, but you don't know how good those two are.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is as well with Callum Wilson is he's no good for more than an hour, and maybe if he did go over the hour, he might be good in 1 in 3. He's fucking up. He's not got the legs.
One in 3 is better than something you don't know.
Mate, we've got a 21-year-old who scored, I think it was 10 in 13. All right, Portuguese league, but he has. And Tassi's 27.
And what did he do at Lazio?
Not major, but he's done all right. Nuno apparently has a specific two signings for him. I'd rather keep them two and lose Wilson than keep Wilson and one of them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, fair enough. I know. I think they look quite excited. I thought against Forest when they played, I haven't watched your highlights of your FA Cup game that he scored today.
No, I've not.
But against Forest, I actually thought they looked all right. To be fair,
they did. But I do think you're right. You could do with someone just enhanced quality at your.
I'd really love to sign that Creswell from Toulouse, only because he's young, he's English, he's won a few European trophies with the under 18s and 21s.
How much might that cost you?
I reckon it's going to be between 20 and 25.
Oh, so
we've already
your bank though.
We've already spent 50.
Yeah, but you guys will spend money.
Yeah, but we go down. I worry about the financial implications long term as well.
If you buy someone like that though, you'll probably have on his contract relegation clause. Probably the same guys that you've bought.
But then again, I think everyone's got relegation clause contracts, so I think you'll be all right if the worst was to happen.
I think for us, if we're not selling Kilman because no one's going to pay us anywhere near as much as what we did. Mavropanos would be back up. I reckon if we could maybe nick a 20-25 mil for Tobido and reinvest in someone else.
Like someone like
Tobido's quite good though.
He's hit and miss.
Yeah, but he's better than fucking Kilman.
We spent 35 million on him. We spent 40-something million on Kilman.
40 mil on Kilman?
Over.
Fuck off. Did you?
I fucking swear down. That was a Lopetegui signing.
Fucking
I know. And
I
you know what?
So much.
I think they played him at left back today. And I don't agree with it, but I can sort of understand it. Right? Whenever his name gets called out in the starting lineup now, he gets booed. The fans don't lie. They can see what they can see. That ain't going to help him. You know,
no, that don't help your confidence.
That's someone like someone like Frank Lampard on the way up with Coventry. So like, I can get a tune out of him.
Yeah.
Who takes a punt him. But all right, so you
centre half. We need at least a centre half. I don't think we need nothing in midfield. We've got what we got.
I think they're all right. I really like that Fernandes.
I like the Fernandes. I'll tell you one player I wouldn't mind seeing going, if I'm honest. Paqueta.
Fucking get the money.
Get him fucking gone. I don't care if you only get 15 million for the cup.
No, I think you could get 30 for him.
He's fucking lazy. His head's gone. Gives away possession.
Someone in Europe
doesn't
will buy
track
it.
back.
I think someone in Europe or France would buy that for 30. I agree with you, mate.
Get him gone.
I like that Fernandes though. He
seems to qualify a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, about you, mate. You bought Brennan Johnson. What's another? If only to strengthen one position in January going forward, what would it be?
Because of our injuries, I'll go centre of midfield. Because Kamada being out is massive.
As much as you fucking slated him.
Yeah, I slated him, but do you know what? I'll sit there and hold my hands up. Since he's gone, fuck me, we do nothing in midfield. I love Will Hughes, don't get me wrong, but Will Hughes and Walton, it don't quite work.
How old's Will Hughes now?
Oh, he's getting.
That's like the pastiest pairing in the Premier League.
And then or maybe another one centre back, but only if we get rid of Gahey. But we'll just say we're not until season. So I'm going to go centre mid, but I don't even know who we even look for there because. I don't know. I can't see us doing any more business in January at all. I'm happy with the Brendan Johnson sign. I think it's a great signing. And a sensible one at a sensible price. I know 35 mil is a lot of money, and we've broken.
But in modern football, it's not exactly a lot of money, is
it? Well, do you pay 50 mil for him?
Yeah, 950 million for him. So, and the guy's got a pedigree winning goal. It's not that I know we've been slagging Johnson off quite a lot.
Well, you and Mitch have, but I feel like anyone neutral fan look at Johnson for you and actually think he done quite well at yours.
He's just a different type of winger, and it was never the winger that we needed. We needed more of a Kudus who was direct, good at one-on-ones and blah blah blah.
But doesn't score goals.
Yeah, but Johnson, he's
scores goals.
He scores goals, but he's really good, like playing on the counter or when he will turn up at the right time and finish. He's a good poacher winger and good on the break, so he's more suited, I think, to your team.
Yeah, it'll be. I tell you what, it'll be really interesting when Sarr comes back, because I think you've got to play Sarr. I think Sarr's one of our better players.
Yeah, he's been a huge miss.
But has Johnson come there to sit on the bench?
I don't think he's going to come to sit. He's not going to sit on the bench, but he can play left. He's not. As
I was
good
about to say,
does
he take over Pino's place? Do you know what? He's really starting to get on my fucking tits. That guy.
Is he really?
No,
you're waxing lyrical about him a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, but I like him. But he's doing flicks and tricks when you don't need to.
Right. Okay.
When we're 2-0 up, do the little stupid flicks. Just don't do it when we're 2-0 fucking down to Macclesfield. Like, but it's happened quite a lot.
All right,
but I do like him. But no, to be fair, maybe someone in centre mid, but I wouldn't even know who to even go for. Right, so, what about you boys?
Well,
goalkeeper.
I'd love to get
I'd love to get a goalkeeper.
I'd love to get a new goalkeeper, or to give our backup goalkeeper a go. I don't mind Kinski, who's Kinski. He gets a little bit nervy against some of the bigger teams, but he looks quite calm. Yeah. And I think it's just one of those situations where you need to give people a run of games. If you throw people in a semi-final against Liverpool, just off they haven't played for 20 games, you're going to be a bit rusty and a bit ropey, especially at 21 years old. So I think we've been a bit harsh on him. But if we only could strengthen one position, it would be centre mid. We've got too many vanilla players in the middle of our park.
Who would you replace him? Who do you want in your centre mid?
Well, at the minute, it's probably best to let Basuma go.
He's Basuma. Yeah, he's at AFCON.
He's at AFCON at the minute, but he's kind of fallen out of favour with the fans and whatever. If there has to be a head on the chopping block, I'll get rid of him and get someone who's got a little bit of new and a bit of creativity, a bit of stone.
But keep Paulina in there. But
I like Paulina.
Put someone in with some creativity.
Yeah, Gray's been doing really well. Bergvall,
is he good enough for you?
Who knows? But he's been getting the run of games. He's only young, and let's see where he goes. Bergvall's the same. They are very, very similar, Gray and Bergvall. Bentancur, he can have a really good game every now and then, but then he can go missing other times. So if all the pairings are all a bit underwhelming. Yeah. So I'd love someone else to go in there with a little bit of quality. But
would you take Paqueta? Because there was links with you and
Paqueta. I would just to see what happens. Just to see what what
I
pertains.
think you're getting cheap.
Can I probably say great for you. What you've just said and what you've explained of what you want or need, isn't that what Xavi Simons is?
But I like Xavi Simons, but he's more of a 10. I want someone there in the middle of the park who used to.
But you don't play a 10.
I know we should do. We fucking should do. But this is down to the manager. I'm fully Frank out now, by the way.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, fully Frank out
You're
now,
not
by the way.
Anymore.
No. I've gone the extra mile to the finish. So that's
You've been talking to Mitch.
Well, to be honest, we can say who we want, who whatever, but we're such a toxic project at the minute, no one's going to want to come to us. So the player that I'd love to get, whomever it is not going to want to come to us because we're not an attractive prospect.
See, I personally think you send back Colin Moani, stop paying for his wages.
Yeah, he's been a bit...
Go and buy a striker.
Yeah, I mean...
A good one. Why were you not in the summer with this whole... Gokares, Sesko, Voltamada, this whole Delap, this whole striker situation.
Well, I'll answer that with two answers. One, Daniel Levy and Price.
But you need
Daniel
a
Levy,
striker.
yeah, we
You
did.
play Richarlison up front.
Yeah, I know, and he's injured now.
Well, fair play. You might win some games and score some goals.
Yeah, but
Actually, you shot some
we've
goals.
just Dominic Solanke came back for the first time yesterday.
Yeah, sorry, you got Solanke.
And he played like 8 minutes, so he's
look
going
alright?
to be nursed back. It was 8 minutes. No, you can't really tell something for that. But
A lot of money on him as well.
there's a lot of money on
What was
him.
that? What did you spend on him?
60 odd, wasn't it?
65 million for Solanke. We've still got. Well, I don't think we're going to see Maddison again this year.
No.
And Kulusevski was supposed to be back last month, but we still haven't seen any.
Kudos is out now for the rest of the season.
Kudos is now out.
Is he?
For yeah, no.
Is
so
it for the rest of the season?
yeah, Bentancur's now out. Charleston's now injured. Yeah, we just. I don't even enjoy watching my team anymore. No, it's a bit like, you know, when you're going to watch a scary movie and know you're going to get frightened the fuck out of.
You don't really want to watch it.
It's like, no, I'm going to watch the new Conjuring.
You got to
through my
see it
fucking
to the
thing.
end.
No,
No.
Right, boys. I think that's
Happy days.
everything. We have gone.
Have we gone miles over?
yeah,
It's only going to be an hour.
Yeah, we're going to be there. We've gone double that. But
Go!
but it's been a good one. We're really
Yeah,
good
I've
chat
enjoyed
today,
it.
boys.
It's been
So, go on. Would you like to say your usual comment that you'd like to say at the end of the podcast?
Well, you might as well like and subscribe. It's all fun and games.
All fun and games. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us any other questions that you think that the boys and I should talk about.
Let us know if we're talking dog shit.
Oh, they don't need to tell us.
We fucking know.
Right. Any final thoughts before we sign off today?
No.
We're fucking shit.
So are
We're
we.
fucking shit. We're fucking shit. We're fucking shit.
See you next week, everybody. Signing off, ABFC.